All right. We're gonna hang out together. I see that my notifications are actually fucking working, which is top tier. I love that. Cause sometimes that doesn't happen. Let's see if I move me over a little. There we go. That's better. Let me know if you can see the topic up at the top. We're gonna do a little makeup while we're at it, cause I have to get ready for my day. I don't know what my bangs are doing. They're banging. They're banging. How's everybody doing this morning? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you're tapping the screen, sharing the live. Let's have a conversation with Trump supporters because they voted for. Some random brand just invited me to co-host with them, and then they canceled it. That was weird. I've never seen that before. Make sure you're dropping your heart me when you come on in. Do all the things. Make the stream get pushed out so we can have some conversations with some people about why and what they voted for and whether or not they care about the ramifications of their vote. Good morning, Nicole. How are you? We are streaming again. I forgot to get my thing to wipe my hands. Hang tight, Nicole. You watch the chat, okay, Nicole? Tell everybody to behave themselves. I'll be right back. I'm coming. No, not to the front door, Zena. Don't start barking. Okay. I'm back. Guess who's back? All right. So I would love to have a conversation with some people about what it is that they voted for and whether or not they care about the ramifications of their vote. Specifically, we're going to talk about immigration. We're going to talk about Department of Education if they want to. Yeah, Fridays is my Monday though. We're going to talk about what else? The ballroom. We're going to talk about all of the Republican things like Mike Johnson not swearing in Adelita Grijalva. We're going to talk about Jeffrey files. We're going to talk about all kinds of things. Whatever they want to talk about, I want to know, do Trump supporters care what they voted for? If they don't, they will prove my point. Because I don't think that they understand, a lot of people don't understand the ramifications of their vote. And I would love to have a discussion about it. Thank you so much, Nuts. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing okay today, Frankie. I am doing well. I don't find that disrespectful. That was very kind of you. Around here, we put makeup on with our hands. Good morning, Ryan. How are you? In the meantime, in between time, good morning, Noel. In the meantime, in between, I know, busted, as per usual. Then. What?
I said, hello, sweetheart, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm not bad, can't complain.
What's up?
They don't care what they got for. I mean, yeah, they do. I've seen plenty of them complain about, like, all the foreign aid going to Israel, the lack of deportations taking place.
The lack of deportations taking place?
Yeah, it should be more. Like, way
Why?
more.
Why?
Because these people hate white people and I want them out of America.
Oh, why do you think they hate white people?
Because they've explicitly said for 10 years straight that they hate white people.
I've never heard anybody explicitly say they hate white people.
We're not doing that gaslighting, you nigger-loving slut. Why don't you get the fuck out of my country?
Okay. Somebody has a small penis.
Wow!
Starting off strong, baby! We starting off strong! Yes! Slurs in the first 5 minutes. Woo!
I knew he was going to be a piece of shit when he called you a sweetheart. And I don't know why, but I was like, I bet you this guy sucks. And then he did. And I was like, oh my God, I knew it.
Joke's on him. Because I hate white people.
Yeah, right? Shit. Oh, Lord.
No, I don't. I'm just being a dickhead.
I mean, I've told you my theory. White tea Christian nationalist space lasers
Yep.
putting kidney stones inside me. Yes.
Oh God.
It's all your fault. It's all your fault.
I hate it here. I hate it
Me
here.
too. Me too.
Uh,
Um,
what's up?
so this is funny. We were talking about this, my mom and I, last night about Florida and politics, and I thought you'd get a kick out of this. She was like, "Yeah," she was like, we were talking about, Cheney Mason, the guy who was the attorney for Casey Anthony,
Hmm.
uh, is a friend of my mother's, and he actually wrote a book
Hmm.
in reference to um God, to who? Someone that unalived in Florida, and I can't think of it. Anyway, there's a new book he has out, and my mom went to the signing last night, and I was like, Mom, I tell people on TikTok that I know, Casey Anthony's attorney, and that like Joel Greenberg and I like were friends when we were kids before he was giving girls to Matt Gates, and how like Trayvon Martin's on a liver, and I went to high school together, and no one believes me, and she goes, "Honey, you just need to tell her you're from Florida."
Right. Right.
It's just the way it is down there. It's fucked up.
Yes,
Uh,
for
yeah.
sure. Oh, we got a friend, Noelle.
Friend. Hi,
Hi,
friend.
hi, new friend.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you, Philip?
Oh, I'm doing great. Trump is president, and
Uh-huh.
we're turning making America great again.
Amazing. What did you vote for?
I voted for Trump.
Not who, sweetheart. What did you vote for? When you were watching the campaigning, all that happening for a year, what was the thing that stuck out to you and you said, "Yes, sign me up for that shit"?
I mean, the new ballroom.
You voted for a new ballroom?
He campaigned on the new ballroom. Did he campaign on that?
He didn't.
No.
No.
And my grocery prices are lower, or gas
Are they?
prices
Where do
are.
you
Mm.
shop? I need to go there.
My
Yeah,
gas
what
prices are lower.
Oh, okay. Where do the
So,
words? Got it.
where do you grocery shop? Well, let's start with what state are you in?
I'm from Connecticut.
You're from Connecticut? Okay. And your grocery prices are lower in Connecticut?
Yes, ma'am.
And what food chain do you happen to shop at so we can all go there?
Stop and Shop.
Stop and Shop. Oh, okay.
Good Stop and Shop. My mom's from Massachusetts. Called the Stop and Shop.
Stop and Shop. Stop and Shop is always like one of the most expensive ones.
It is, though.
It's like Publix of the North. Oh, we got a phone notification. Sorry guys, I wasn't paying attention to the phone line. My bad. Hold on one second. So Philip, you don't care what you voted for, essentially, is what you're saying. I'm gonna answer this phone call real quick.
I mean, I love Trump. I love him more than my kids. I mean, this man has took a bullet for me
No, he didn't.
and for you.
No, he didn't. He's not Jesus. I'm disconnecting you. You're not even serious. You're just a fucking troll.
No, I'm
That you love Trump more than your kids. Hi, caller. How are you today? Hello? It's not connecting. I don't know why. Try calling back, caller. I don't know if you can hear me, but you're not there. I couldn't hear that.
Amanda, my mother is no longer shopping at Publix because they have open carry now at Publix.
Yes, I'm aware. I'm also avoiding them as much as possible.
Yeah, she's been doing Trader Joe's and Whole Foods.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
Sucks. I love Publix. It's really annoying that they're doing that. I'm kind of mad about it.
Same. Phil says good. All right, Phil. That's weird that you would care about a grown-ass man over your own children, but, have at it, buddy. Yeah, Publix is doing open carry now. I'm restarting the phone line. Okay. Got it. I got it. Yay.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm aware that I always supported Trump, but it doesn't mean that, like, yes, Florida is open carry. We get that. Oh my God. Why are people so dumb? Just seriously, why do I have to explain basic shit to you people? Great, you heard some words that made you a little tingly in places, and you're all over it right now. I would like you to go read what happened recently and why Publix is now open carry, and then come back and we can have this conversation. Jesus Christ.
They said, let's talk about it. All right, I sent you an invite. Come on. Oh, no, that was me. That was my fault. I'm sorry, we beefing. I sent you. I double clicked. My bad. I'm so sorry. I double clicked or we beat. There we go. I got you now. I'm so sorry. That was my fault. You requested and I clicked at the same time to send you an invite, and so it just accepted and disconnected you. I just accepted your request again, but it's not loading for some reason. Let's try this one more time. We beat. I don't even see you in the chat. There you are. We be TikToking. I'm gonna send you an invite. There we go. There we go.
Jumped around just a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what you're running. You might be running on 1080. That might be a problem.
Oh, okay.
Just look into that after. Yeah, if you run slower, the connection will be better.
Okay. Yeah, I can't change the settings on Streamlabs and stuff now, so.
I mean, I'm in Florida, and I was shocked when we became an open carry. I was like, where did this come from?
Oh, I definitely wasn't shocked. I definitely wasn't shocked with the people around here.
Well, I don't see a push for it. I don't see like tons of people all of a sudden open carrying like this is what we've been waiting for. The videos I have seen are a bunch of gangsters saying, I've seen videos of these thugs put on major weapons going, we can open carry now.
Yeah.
And that was scary. And it could be a chess move to maybe force a little more crime so we can send in the National Guard. I don't know what the chess move is.
Absolutely, dude.
It could absolutely be a chess move. Absolutely.
But what I think is interesting is that private businesses have a right to say, okay, it may be an open carry state, but you cannot bring that into our business, right?
I would hope so.
That Publix is like, well, you can bring it in here. Well,
Come on down.
Is from Florida. It's built, from Floridians. We made them the greatest, grocery store in the world.
Dude, I get it. I'm from there. I get it.
You know what it's like to shop at other grocery stores.
Yeah, well, and you know what? Trader Joe's is way too prevalent right now in Florida for that to be a problem. So,
yeah,
y'all go to Trader Joe's. It's better.
But that's
I don't have a Trader Joe's, unfortunately.
Oh, well, then Whole Foods, I guess. I mean, I'd give Bezos money over fucking Publix right now.
I go to Aldi.
Aldi's good, yeah.
Yeah, I go to Aldi. That's my go-to. If I have to get something super quick, like I have to run in and grab something and run back out, Publix is the closest thing to me. Like Aldi's is kind of a mission, but
I don't want to get weird, but the only reason I highly love Publix compared to these other companies is those are the ones that has Apple and the leader of Facebook that controls the food. They work with Aldi and Trader Joe's. They allow those vegetables in there that have vaccines in them and everything in them, and that's not deniable.
What
and that's
vegetables have vaccines in them?
Absolutely, man.
When did that happen?
I'm shocked to find that out as well.
Where's the
what's
source for
weird is
that?
They don't have to tell you because basically what they're saying is you should do your own research.
Wait, I'm sorry.
I know, I couldn't believe it. I can bring it up. I don't like to talk lies. I don't like to say crazy stuff. And they have the right, to put these in certain companies and certain foods, man. I just couldn't believe it. Give me a second here.
Are you talking about this NIH article from? It says edible vaccines. Is that what you're talking about?
Absolutely not. And I'm looking at the same thing you are. I'm just trying to find because it was a major interview and sit down, and they were like, "Wow, they're allowed to do this." And actually, it wasn't an interview. It was a court. It was like in a courtroom. And so it was really. I gotta find this. I'll keep looking. But yeah, I mean, we do know who am I thinking of? Who controls the food? He runs like Facebook.
Department of Agriculture.
Yeah, but there's a guy that does computers that also does food as well. Do we know who I'm talking about?
No.
He was a big part of the COVID thing to help with the vaccines. He was helping him.
Bill Gates?
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
We're not
Jesus
talking
Christ.
about Monsanto?
Bill Gates, thank you.
Oh, Bill Gates. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. But I'll look into that. And that's what I mean is they do have contracts with Aldi and Trader Joe's, and that's why I love Publix, because their source with Green Wise is super strong on how they make sure that nothing. I mean, you never hear
I mean, I
about
see studies about the potentiality for mRNA vaccines to be used in plants and vegetables, that they've done studies on it, but none that there's actual evidence that that is
Okay,
happening.
I'll concede to that
Like,
until I locate evidence. Thank you.
it's just under trials. Yeah. Yeah,
'Cause
I
this
don't
was
see
an older
anything.
video. This had nothing to do with even mRNA. It was like some other stuff they were allowed to put in there to kind
There's
of immunize things or.
Listen. I just gotta say, since I got my third booster shot,
Oh,
I just love that I always know where my keys are because I'm magnetic now. So I don't have to worry about finding my keys anymore. So, like, you know, if you're gonna be mad about superpowers, then, like, I don't know.
Listen, you want to know what my superpower is? From all the mercury, all I have to do is touch you, and I can tell your body temperature. Like, I can just put my finger on you and go 98.6.
Determine how fresh fish is now too, because of the mercury in your blood.
Yes, yes. I forgot about that.
yeah,
All right, friend. Well,
I can't-
yeah. If you can find a source, definitely DM it to me.
So I'll have to locate that video. They're actually saying they're not allowed to do that. That's very strange. I thought Bill
Yeah.
Gates had a huge take in this. That's interesting. All right. I'll
No,
look into
so
that.
yeah, so what I saw is among food crops with potential to be developed as an edible vaccine would be sweet potatoes, peanuts, lettuce, watermelon, and carrots are top priority. Then there's also a study where they are trying to use lettuce to produce an edible vaccine by transferring the SARS-CoV-2 gene. Then there's also another study about corn and the potentiality for a hepatitis B vaccine, but these are all trials. A monkey form
Yeah,
of the
this is
HIV
all like
vaccine.
Huh, interesting. Because the
So-
video I saw was this courtroom, and they're like, and the guy couldn't believe it. He's interviewing the scientist. He's like, "You're allowed to put this in certain vegetables?" He's like, "Well, if the consumer doesn't look at it," and maybe that was just a crazy video. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, Florida's definitely a different state. I think open carry is crazy. I don't see it happening a lot. I think probably in some of our hick areas, it's definitely happening. And you know, that's what it is right now.
Day one, I wish I could find the photo. I'll have to look at it. Here, let me see if I can find it. But day one, out in Eustis, there was a guy who was open carrying by a fucking school bus stop an AR-15 and then some kind of handgun on his hip, but I don't know what it was because I can't tell. It's just in a holster.
Did you ever Google how many weapons you can actually carry?
No.
As many as you want.
Oh, that's
So
fun.
I could put on 10 shotguns and just walk
It
around.
makes me nauseous.
That's
just hearing that
terrifying,
stuff.
isn't it?
You want to talk about guns? Look, it was me when I was in the army. I searched guns and that came up.
So badass, man.
That was little me. I was 21 years old. Huh?
He dropped.
Oh, okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. He says he was removed for misinformation. Hey, guys. We do not report. I know that you may not like what someone is saying, and that's totally okay. Sometimes people are misinformed, uninformed, or disinformed. And so we can have conversations about that stuff. It's really important because then if you hear the incorrect information later, like, you know, like, oh, I already saw a conversation about this where we disproved this and it is not true. And then you also have access to the sources that we came across. So it's important to have conversations, but also, you know, make sure that we're correcting mis and disinformation. But please don't report because it hurts my live. It hurts my stream. And I know that you want to be here and you want to have conversations about Trump supporters not caring about what they voted for. So, like, you know, cálmate, por favor. All right? So anyway, shenanigans and tomfoolery, right? Noelle, are you still there? Noelle is gone too? No, I can't hear her. I don't know what happened.
I'm here.
Okay,
I'm here.
okay.
I was on the elevator. I'm walking the dog.
Oh, okay. No worries. So Jim says when people start spreading lies, we should stop them.
You're in Newark. You need to come meet Blue.
Okay, I need to go up to New York. I need to go up to New Jersey. I gotta go see my people. I miss the Northeast a little bit, but not enough to go during the winter time.
The last time you were here for like less than 24 hours. It was like not fair.
I know. It
I
was a
like
quick
that.
turnaround. It was a quick turnaround.
Yeah.
I
And
have
at
some
least
projects in the works. I may be going out to LA, which would be interesting. I got some friends out there I got to visit with. And then there is something that I have close to New York. It's in DC that I might be going to. But I could always hop on the train, you know. If I ever be
just let me know. I know I
okay.
missed you when I was there in September. I'm just yeah.
Worst case scenario, we can meet in Philly.
And we can always, if you're around at Christmas, I will be there at Christmas again.
Yes. So I got a new job and I have weekends off now. So
That's
starting in
awesome.
December, I'll have off weekends.
But like, do you feel inclined to come to Orlando and hang out in like the Mills 50 area?
Yeah.
Dope. Okay, I got places for us to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. Love that. Okay. Finally. I mean, this is like going to be like my third trip there. I mean, granted, the other two were because my grandmother was passing away, but I mean.
Right. And then you had a work trip too, which was a quick turnaround.
Oh my God. I was there for like not even a day.
Yeah, exactly. Like when I was up there.
Yeah.
You know what I find so funny? No, you're fine, sweetheart. I find it so funny that like some of these people like absolutely hate me in the tubies, right? They like absolutely hate me, but they come back every single day. They're subscribers because I can see when you're a subscriber. They come back every single day and just shit talk me. Like, baby, if you're into humiliation, drop me a DM. We can make a business arrangement.
I honestly think people should get paid, like especially women on this app should get paid because these are a lot of really whiny, screamy men that just really want women to listen to them. And
Right.
I'm just like, hey, like I love that you're open about like trauma in your past, but like I should get paid for this.
Right. I'm not your therapist.
I need to get paid for this.
Right.
Why am I not getting paid for this? Oh wait, that's right. George Soros pays me. I forgot. Shit.
Yep. Oh. We got Soros checks in 7 days. Yeah, buddy. I love it. I'm so excited.
Half off on your frog costumes.
Half up on your. Yo, that shit cracked me up. Let me get the phone line back together here. All right. I'm gonna call our friend back. Let's see what they had to say. Friend, hopefully you answer. I'm sorry I missed your call. They were trying to call through, and it's just something's not working with the phone line for some reason. Let's see. Can we call you back?
A little bit of a delay in general on the live, and you were freezing a little bit too. I don't know what's going
Every time I start clicking around, it's too much of a load for the computer because for some reason, TikTok is just, I don't know, it's just throttling everything.
TikTok is TikTok. It's
Yeah.
TikToking.
You know what? People think, and this is men, like they think they're so fucking witty. They're like, Amanda uninformed. Like, do you think you're the first person to say that? That's like going, Amanda. Like, you fucking unoriginal twat waffle.
No, Amanda, they say to me, they go, makeup needs to go put makeup on. And I'm like, yeah, I do every day for customers and I make a lot of money doing it. Thank you. Like, what?
Aaron said,
That's no problem.
Aaron said, oh, she's informed, all right. Informed on how to be a bad person. Baby, you have no idea. Read comments, answer. No. All right, they're calling back. Hi, friend. I'm so sorry I missed your call. How are you today?
Wrong person.
Oh, okay. You called me. You called me. You called me and I called you back.
Oh God. It's just I'll tell you,
So-
I live on the street in New York and the Halloween decorations in people's houses are amazing.
I bet. We have somebody in the chat who says, who cares about who voted what? It isn't people's business. Sure, you don't have to talk about who or what you voted for, but also you can talk about it if you want to.
And also, I'm not sure if you're aware, sir, but you're in a political live on TikTok. And you have
Right.
the option to hit the little X in the right corner and go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strange. Strange stuff. Hey, if you're a mod and you're in the chat and you see anybody in the requests, you can just go ahead and let them up because I have like 5 windows open. I need to get another monitor. So if anybody wants to send me a monitor for Christmas, but yeah, you guys can just let them up. Nowadays, it's definitely my business. You know what? I really think it is. I think when we talk about who and what we voted for, it should be a conversation, especially right. I posted a video last night at like 3 in the fucking morning. I joined a dating app last night, and I had explicitly put on there like I don't fuck with conservatives, and people will like it and then say why, and then I go and look at their profile and it says conservatives. It's like it essentially says hold on, it says if you're a conservative, don't even bother. And then they get offended and they message me. I went on there last night and I've already like gotten bombarded with shit.
Mine says, I'm not going to say no Republicans, but no Republicans. Like, I'm good. I ran away from you people. I left Florida for a reason. Okay?
Right.
I'm hoping for a better dating pool. And it's been pretty good. New York's done me well. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, New York is probably definitely a better dating pool than down here. It's a shit show and a half.
But then you get the one that's like, oh, I'm not really into politics. I'm like, oh, okay, so you voted for Trump?
Right. Anybody who says they're apolitical, I'm like, who'd you vote for?
Full of shit, yeah.
I mean, even if you are apolitical and you didn't vote, I don't want shit to do with you.
Wait, what? What? Jared said, looking for my Charlie Kirk girl. Why? Oh my god. Oh.
No. But Steven is back from yesterday and says y'all gonna be dating gay men. That's fine. I'll get a lavender marriage. Sign me up.
So it doesn't really bother me.
Jeff, the volume is as loud as it goes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Into me. That's all I care about. So, oh.
100% apolitical always means conservative. They no one wants to date them. I don't. That's got to be what it is. That's got to be what it is. And Hinge says they're gonna learn my dating, like my type. They have not yet. They have not yet. It's so sad. I think part of the problem with dating too is that people, you get on these dating apps, right? And these people just want to yap on the dating app. Like, bro, I'm not here for a fucking pen pal. Like, do you want to go out or not? But nope. This person's pretty nice. I think on my secret account, if you find my secret account, we're gonna vlog what it's like to date in Central Florida. Oh god, the chat is going. Our Nazi friend from yesterday says, why haven't you been deported yet? Because I'm an American citizen, you fuckwit. Am I still lagging, Noelle?
It's slight, but it's not major. I'm
okay.
Just talking to somebody in my lobby real quick.
No, you're good. You're good. Trump 2028. That's not possible right now. I couldn't pay you to date again. I mean, I'm glad I'm panned too, but I'm gonna be honest with you, Eli. The last time I was on a dating app, I didn't really have very much success with the lady. First of all, when it comes to talking to women, I have a hard time. I'm like, oh, it's a pretty lady. What do I do? I don't know. What do I do with my hands? I don't know what to do. I actually met somebody at work and I chickened out. I chickened out. But I've had an issue with the women. It doesn't go well for me. Like, I can talk to guys all day, but to talk to women, nope. I'm like, it's a pretty lady. I get very intimidated. You're in Kissimmee? You're not far from me, Dr. Burt.
Oh, did I ever tell you my Kissimmee joke?
No, what's your Kissimmee joke?
Okay. So this family is driving to Florida, and they're going to Disney World, right? And the mom's like, look, kids, we're in Kissimmee. And the dad goes, honey, it's Kissimmee. And she goes, no, it's Kissimmee. I don't know what you're talking about. And he goes, it's definitely Kissimmee. And she's like, all right, fine. He's like, listen, we'll settle this. Let's go get some food at this burger place over here, right? So they pull up their drive-through, they order their food, they get to the window, and they look at the owner of the place, and they're like, "Hey," they're like, or the lady in the drive-through, they're like, "Hey, listen, we're thanking for the food, but like, can you say really slow because we have a debate on where we are? Can you say really slow where we are right now, right?"
Hmm.
And the lady in the drive-through window looks at the guy, and he goes, "Burger King." Yeah,
That's definitely some Kissimmee shit.
yeah. I didn't send a shit. Yeah, but yeah, that's yeah. That's my lame Kissimmee joke. Yeah, or kissing me, whatever. Who cares? It's yeah. Nobody really knows how to pronounce it, and it's fine. It's fine.
Yep. I say Kissimmee. That's just what I
Me
say.
too. I say Kissimmee too because it just sounds right. Kissimmee sounds weird. It
Right.
just sounds weird.
Are there changes in Florida ideology for who they voted for? I think we're gonna see when it comes to the midterms. To be honest, polling is back and forth. Like there's a Senate candidate, Hector Mujica. He's running against Ashley Moody. If you know anything about that, Ashley Moody was not elected. She was put in place when Marco Rubio left his position as the state senator by Ron DeSantis. And so we have Hector Mujica who's running against Ashley, and polls are neck and neck. So that's really good because last time with Rick Scott and Debbie Mucarsel Powell, it was close, but it wasn't that close. Like we were still in the ±7. So now we're like dead on. Florida actually hasn't gotten worse, Eli. It's gerrymandering plays a huge factor, right? We saw the maps and how they changed and how they just completely disenfranchised numerous districts of black voters. Yeah, oh fuck yeah. So gerrymandering is one of the biggest factors. But then also we saw all of those people who moved here because of Ron DeSantis's policies during COVID, but all of those people are now leaving. Like they came here and said, "No, just kidding," and they're leaving. So we've seen an exodus happen.
Yeah, I've always held that hope for Florida after voting for Obama twice.
Yes.
But I think it's some false hope because yeah.
I
And then
d-
there was like this rumor during 2020 that like all these New Yorkers were moving there because of the vid. And I was like, okay, first and foremost, a lot of New Yorkers have houses in Florida. So I don't know, like maybe they're changing their residency. But I'm
No,
like,
we
but
did. We
would you
did have a lot of people move here. We did have a lot of people
yeah,
move
but
here
like
from up
does
north.
that make it more red or more blue? I mean, I thought New
More
York was
red.
more blue. So like
No, more red.
yeah, I guess. I guess we got rid of all the Republicans in New York. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's just not making a lot of sense. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah. No, it was
Florida.
people from bluer areas, be it like blue states or like cities that are typically blue, which is pretty much every fucking city. They moved down here during COVID because they were like, "Oh, we don't have to get vaccinated. Ron DeSantis is letting us do whatever we want." And then they got here and realized they couldn't get homeowners insurance because of the hurricanes and Ron DeSantis, and that their car insurance was actually more expensive than it was living in New York City for those of them that had cars. Like they're like, "Yeah, this shit ain't working," and the pay is abysmal in Florida.
Oh yeah, there's still $7.25 an hour there, isn't there?
No, so they did a tiered system to raise the minimum wage, and it's going to go up to either 15 or 16. I think next year is where it caps out in 2026. But they did raise minimum wage, but the wages are still abysmal. Like for example, I just got hired for this job, right? And
Mhm.
I have 18 years of experience. So I have a lot of experience. I have a bachelor's degree. I have multimodality experience. I have management experience. Like I have all the things. And they offered me 42 an hour plus shift diff.
Nice.
No, that's terrible. If I did the same
Oh,
job
that's
in New
bad.
York, I would get paid $70 an hour.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the taxes are way higher and the cost of living is way higher.
The
Not much, but
taxes
cost of
and
living.
the taxes, yes. The cost of living is actually not that different.
It's not the same.
Florida is one of the most expensive places to live in the United States.
It's crazy to me because I remember when I was leaving New York, I was looking for a 4-bedroom house for $1,500 a month.
Mm.
And I was like, look at, I split it with people, and I was like, God, 1,500 is a lot of money. Then I moved to New York.
Yeah.
2,600 for a studio.
So one bedrooms outside of city limits, the average in this area is $1,300 for a one bedroom. But again, that's 40 minutes outside of downtown.
Wow.
So it's pretty expensive. For downtown, it's over $2,000 a month.
But wait, are you working more central to Orlando now, or are you working more in the area you were in, which I'm not going to say, obviously?
I'm working. I'll text you and tell you where I'm working.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll text it to you right now. No, you're good. I still am like in the general vicinity. But they don't pay, like ORMC doesn't pay anymore. Actually, ORMC pays worse, and they're like dead heart of the city.
Mm-hmm. God. I went to Pulse while I was there, by the way,
Oh yeah.
and checked it out. Yeah, there's like rainbow flags and like barricades. And the crosswalk is black and white.
Yep.
And it's just like there's nothing like I don't know. The giant building with like, the thing around it where
Yeah.
Pulse was
Mhm.
is a little more distracting than a rainbow crosswalk. I'm just saying. And I don't think it I just don't think it matters. I think it's really dumb. Like,
It doesn't.
Paint over all the other crosswalks around the area too.
Oh, in Miami, the Miami had the paver rainbow crosswalk. They ripped it up. They ripped up the pavers. Yeah.
Why not just paint over the pavers? Like, oh, because it would wear down.
Or just leave it the fuck alone. Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
What is a crosswalk is hurting your feelings? Are you serious? Like what?
It's so weird.
It is. It's the craziest thing. It's absolutely
I want to bring up something. I don't know if I brought this up the other day when I was talking to you. This is kind of like political related, but off topic.
okay.
So we all saw the video Trump posted after No Kings, right?
Yes.
And we saw that Harry System was very clearly in that video.
Yes.
And we're not saying that that is as culpable as like people talking shit about CK after he passed away, or like people saying the reason why CK was unalive just because people would shit talk him. Like the leader of the free world made a video
About a kid. A kid.
Yeah, I mean he's in his 20s, but yeah,
He's 22. He's a kid.
And I want to be abundantly clear. I am not a fan of Harry Sissons. I do not like that shit that went down. I don't really care for him. I met him. I think he was a nice guy when I met him, but I'm not a fan, right? But in the same breath, like, how is that not the same political targeting of a figurehead of a party? You know what I mean? Like,
No, I agree.
And
I
don't know
agree.
why like Republicans don't see that and go, yeah, that was fucked. You know what I mean?
Because they think it's funny when it's not them.
Yeah, that's true.
Like that's when they care about gun violence, when they thought somebody was trans or they thought somebody's girlfriend was trans. Like that's when they give a shit. When it's
Right.
people that they already hate, then they're like, oh, we need to do something about this gun violence in America. The left is so violent. But then when we see, what is it, like over 90% of mass shootings are taken out by white Christian straight men who happen to also be Republican, like them are like, no, my Second Amendment, though, like, we don't care if kids unalive. It's a sacrifice we're willing to make for the Second Amendment. Charlie Kirk.
Well, I mean, and not only that, but like, they really don't care about what kids unalive because kids like literally unalived while Charlie Kirk unalived, and no one talked about the kids.
Right.
Like what?
Hey guys, just a heads up, if you're calling in and you're calling from a block number, I don't answer it because I don't know if you're spam or if you're an actual person. So don't call from a block number. Just so you know. Say that shit with your whole ass chest. I don't give out your information. The only time I share your phone number is if you send me a picture of your penis. If you send me a picture of your genitals, I will screenshot it and put it on Twitter, including your phone number. So if you decide you're going to text me some shit, just know that you are consenting to me sharing that. Even if you send me threats or whatever it is, I'll screenshot it and send it. But if you're just calling in to have a conversation, even if we completely disagree, I will not share your phone number.
Amanda, I think you need a PSA.
Okay, what's the PSA?
You've never heard me do this?
Do it. I have heard you do this. Do the PSA.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Amanda's Live. If you're in this live and you're not tapping the screen, what are you doing with your finger? It's probably inappropriate, and you shouldn't be doing that on TikTok. That's right, Jesus is watching. If you're in this live and you want to come up in the box, you're more than welcome. But remember, keep it cute, keep it mute, or you will get the motherfucking boot. And most importantly, you can call in. You can actually call Amanda. Oh, there we go.
We have a friend. Hello, how are you today?
Hello?
Hi, how's it going?
Hi, are you a goth?
Am I a what?
You a goth?
A goth. Okay. I mean, it would have been funnier if you just called in and said 6'7".
Yeah, right. Just so MAGA knows, that is our way of indoctrinating your kids into the Antifa cult, is by teaching them 6'7". 6'7" means something you'll never understand, but if your kids say 6'7", they are Antifa, and you should be scared of your kids. Thank you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right, Hannah, the voice is perfect for the announcement. We love it.
I did my best. Tyler thinks he can do better, but I really don't give a fuck. Thank you, Katie May. But just to finish that announcement, if you want to come up in the box, you're more than welcome. But remember, keep it cute, keep it mute, or you will get the boot. And most importantly, Donald Trump just destroyed the people's house. That's right. The White House has been demolished, just like our entire political system and democracy as we know it. And your First Amendment rights. It's all gone. So if you want to come up and have conversations about that, please do. Oh, did you see the video of I think it was a police officer telling the protesters in DC that in that square, their First Amendment doesn't exist?
Yes, I did see that.
That shit was wild.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, we're just really saying the quiet parts out loud now. Got it.
Sure are. Sure fucking are. Yeah, the whole East Wing, which was like the one area of the White House that was essentially completely open to the public for like tours and shit, is no mo for this 230 million or $250 million ballroom.
$300 million ballroom.
Oh, it's gone up now.
No, it's been $300 million. You're confusing with the lawsuit that he's trying to sue the DOJ for $230 million.
No, there was one of them was 250 and one of them was 230. I talked about it yesterday. But you know what? With inflation and the value of the dollar going down by 11% since fucking January, it doesn't surprise me that it's now 300 million. I would imagine that would be accurate, but it doesn't matter because Trump doesn't pay his people that he hires. So I mean, it may even end up coming to us at a discount because he's not going to pay it. Yeah, lawsuit is 250. The ballroom is 230.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Any laws that you cannot deface like federal property, even if you're a president, and then only that, but like that you're not allowed to use. You have to use federal dollars in order to improve upon federal property. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just really surprised about that. That there's no law like preventing. Because he's saying the money's all coming from him and his friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ronald says in the chat, Amanda thinks unalivers should get a second chance to unalive. I don't know what the fuck that means, Ronald.
Me either.
Yeah.
I mean, you gave a rapist a second chance to be president, so.
Right.
There's that.
The only qualified, somebody just sent me a protest sign that says the only qualified person Trump has ever hired was Stormy Daniels.
It's true. It's literally true. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like Marco Rubio, but of his cabinet, he is one of the, and this is like a low bar, but he is one of the most qualified of his cabinet for the position that they're actually in.
I would agree with that. But that's only because we're using the other cabinet positions as a comparison. Now, if we didn't, then, you know, it's down in hell. You know, there is one thing that I agree with that Trump did, and I always said that I will give credit where credit is due, and I talked about this last night when I was live at like fucking 3 o'clock in the morning because I couldn't sleep. Overnight, they issued more sanctions on Russia for their oil industry. So they're two major oil companies. I don't remember the names of them. I can pull it up if y'all really want to know. But issued more sanctions on them in an effort to bring Russia to the table to negotiate with Ukraine. And I do agree with that. I do agree that we should be sanctioning Russia and we should be forcing them to try to negotiate, because if that's what we're going to do, if we're going to strong arm countries to do shit, it should be trying to get people to agree to peace and not trying to steal fucking resources or trying to influence their government. Argentina.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
So I do agree with that. I do agree, but we'll see what happens, because we already know that Trump always chickens out. Taco, is he going to maintain those sanctions if Russia refuses to come to the table and come to have a conversation and hopefully reach a ceasefire, reach a peace agreement? I don't think, me personally, that Ukraine should have to give up any of their country to Russia just because Russia says so. The Budapest Memorandum is something that we need to talk about and take into consideration. Ukraine has upheld its part of the bargain, and if they're going to uphold their part of the bargain, then Russia needs to as well. That's my 2 cents.
Between Putin and Netanyahu, I'll tell you, Trump is on his knees a whole lot. I'm just saying.
Yeah. And a caller was saying yesterday about Colombia being on board with Trump, and I hate to break it to you, a news story came out overnight also that said that the president of Colombia is ready and willing to sue the United States government for defamation because of the shit that Trump was saying. Hey, what's up, Nikki? Yeah,
Hi, Nikki. I like Nikki's name.
I do too.
Blue.
Hey guys, we've been live for 46 minutes here. We have a hand heart goal of 20 hand hearts. We have fucking 0. Fucking 0.
Talk about tapping or gifting.
I know, we got to do that. We got to tap the screen.
Interrupted in the middle of my PSA, and so I fucked that part up. I'm sorry.
You're good. We got to tap the screen, share the live. There is a new repost feature if you're unaware. When you click that share button, you can hit repost, and that automatically shares it out to all of your friends. It lets them know it'll come up on their FYP as opposed to you having to send it to them directly. Also, sending gifts helps boost the live. It gets Trump supporters in here, and it helps me because this is work. Mental exhaustion is definitely a thing from doing this shit. Thank you so much for the ranking crown, Eli. I appreciate you. Oh, that's so pretty. Sorry, YouTube, you can't see it. But if you're a Tubi, you can send a super chat, and you can also gift on the tubes now. So I would appreciate it if you guys help support the platform, keep things moving. It is a fun time that we have here. The Tubies. I call them the Tubies.
I love that. Here, let me give you all a reason to want to tap. Real quick. Look at this cuteness. Say hi, cuteness.
Hi, cuteness.
Tap
What's
the
up, Pop
screen.
Up?
It's the Blue Bader Ginsburg. Say, tap the screen. Tap it. Tapping is like giving me scratchies under my necks. Tap
Do the
it.
tippy taps.
Yes. The more you tap, the more my mommy will scratch my neck. And I like it. I like it a whole lot. Yeah.
Worked for it said sending gifts in this economy. I get it, friend. I get it.
It's true. It's true.
Oh my God, they're so mad. Tim said, I look inbred with this Joe Dirt haircut. Okay.
What?
He said, I look inbred with my Joe Dirt haircut because my bangs are curly. My bangs are curly, so I guess they're trying to imply that I have a mullet.
But Joe Dirt had like very straight hair that stuck out. So like I don't. I'm sorry. No.
He
No,
tried.
no.
He tried.
Yeah.
I see the same names in the chat over and over again. Sebastian, on YouTube, we kind of let the mods use their discretion, but also we like to see the trolls say dumb shit. I love when they talk shit to me. There was an attempt. Somebody keeps calling and hanging up. Like they let it not even ring one way, like all the way through the first ring. Like it just pops up and they hang up, pops up and they hang up.
So annoying.
Like, don't be scared, Fred. I'm actually really nice, and I really want to have a conversation. I want to hear what you're talking about. Like, what? So the purpose of the live today, right, is that Trump supporters don't care what they voted for, and by that I mean that we had conversations about what the ramifications of certain policies were prior to him being elected, and then what the ramifications would be if the one big beautiful bill became law. And Trump supporters still supported it anyway. And now we're seeing all of these negative things happen, like the increased cost in energy, getting rid of the subsidies for the ACA, and how that's impacting people's medical insurance as well as Medicaid and Medicare. We're talking about SNAP benefits and how we told you guys that people would lose their SNAP benefits. And they're like, no, we like the one big, beautiful bill. And then immediately, when they found out that they are no longer going to be eligible or their benefits would be cut, they're like, why? Why?
That's
What?
dumb.
No,
Did
don't
you
get
see
me
the
wrong. I
lady
feel bad though.
that was choking on toast and like talking about what'd you spend your benefits on last month? Did you see
No.
her? This lady made this video. She's chewing on a really burnt piece of toast, and she's
Ew.
talking about how she's like, it's like this is butter and peanut butter toast, and I'm like, that sounds like a weird, interesting combination. And she's like choking on it because the toast is burnt, and she's like, what did you spend your benefits on last month? Did you shop smart? Did you stock up your pantry, or did you buy a bunch of processed foods? It's like, ma'am, first and foremost, processed foods are cheaper. So people will buy processed foods because they will feed more people, first and foremost. But it's shitty. I don't agree. I don't think they should have to. Also, as far as pantry items go, guess what? Those are processed foods. So you're telling people to buy processed foods while shaming them for buying processed foods while chewing on a really shitty piece of burnt toast. While choking and smacking your lips and chomping with your mouth full while speaking. Ugh.
And most
Make
peanut
that
butter
go
is
away.
processed food as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not getting organic fresh butter, fresh peanut butter, it's processed. And even then, the organic label is misleading.
Yep, because Monsanto can say all kinds of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, isn't butter and peanut butter together just oily peanut butter? Yes, Mister. Essentially, I think what the woman had done, I don't know why. She said butter and peanut butter. So I'm assuming she did a layer of butter and then did a layer of peanut butter. But then I'm like, what's the peanut butter going to stick to? Because like the butter would give it like too much grease and not stick. I don't know. I don't know. This lady was weird, but I mean, if you come across her video, she literally looks as pale as it goes. She looks angry because she doesn't get food stamps. Maybe she needs them, and maybe she wouldn't be eating shitty peanut butter toast if she got food stamps. And she just really doesn't understand why it's okay, like why people need them, and why it's not okay to mock people who need them. Like I don't know. Crazy, really crazy. She turned off her comments. Of course she did. Of course she did.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, so I. So she put something oily over something oily, and she's jugging. Yeah, right. Look at those. What is it? Trans fats. All those trans fats, baby. She was getting torn apart in the comments. There was another video that I saw, and I should have fucking sent it to you. It was a Trump supporter, and she had text on the screen and like was just sitting there. She looks exactly how you think she would look. Her eyebrows were like Sharpied on. The level of makeup that she had on her face, I could literally take like a putty knife to remove it, and absolutely no upper lip to be found. Not a one.
Okay, so I'm like purposely making videos where I have no makeup on lately, just to be like, I don't need makeup, because I used to be kind of self-conscious about it because of my career. It was like, I should have a full face of makeup on because I'm a makeup artist and my name is Makeup by Noelle and I want to represent. But part of me is like, no, I get paid to put makeup on other people. I don't have to have makeup on in my videos. I'm kind of getting like over
Yeah.
that weird personal bullshit, right? And now all I do is see people like overproducing their content by like trying hard with that stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, like I'm not doing that anymore. Like you get me the way I am, and if you don't
Yeah.
like it, it's not about what I look like. And like I don't know. I guess my videos do better when I have makeup on, but I don't know. It's because men are weird and gross, but whatever.
Yes. You hear my phone keep going off?
Please, if you ever see a crazy MAGA person with wild makeup on, screenshot it and just text it to me. It just makes my whole day.
Okay. It was in like a stitch, so I don't know if I'll be able to find it again. Because I don't know what the cover photo looks like, but if the cover photo,
You'll find a dozen more.
yeah, yeah, my Hinge is going absolutely fucking crazy.
Wow. Look at you, girl.
Yeah, but I don't know how I feel about that.
Kind of date.
What's
I don't
that?
know how Field is. I'm on Field, but that's more of a New York app. I don't know how good it is in Florida. It's a little more of the KINK side of dating, you know.
Ooh, yeah. In
You
Florida,
want
I don't know that I would
Florida.
wanna. In Florida, I don't know if that's my thing.
Eli's like, I'm on Field. Hey, Eli, let's match. I'm down.
All right, well now I gotta check it out. If two of my lovely friends who have impeccable taste are on it, well, I'm just gonna have to fucking check it out then.
I don't know. I've never used it in Florida. I'm just gonna say that. I feel like you're gonna get some really strange people in Florida that are like, "Oh, this is the app where you find the girls that are into 50 Shades of Grey, right?" No, no.
Well, it says for couples and singles, which means I'm gonna get a whole lot of unicorn requests.
Oh yeah, no, I have that on there. No couples. I don't do couples. I'm not into.
Hmm.
I'm not into that. No. Same, Eli. I get some really open-minded, cool people on that app, and I found some really fun people. I don't know, and they have some really interesting events in New York too, where you can like meet up. I got invited to a like a party at a beer garden at. It was at the over in the west side over at the Standard Hotel, and I ended up meeting the owner of the app, and
Oh,
he was
cool.
hitting on me. He was hitting on me, and then he was like, "Hey, so at the hotel upstairs, there's a party up at the penthouse. Do you want to come?" And I'm like, "What kind of party?" He's like, and I'm like, "No, no."
Listen, I would have went. I would have done it for the plot. Fuck yeah, let's go, baby. Let's do this for the plot.
I did not have a friend with me, so I was just a little like, I might do things that I'm gonna not be happy that I did later. So I'm gonna just skip that. I'm gonna, yeah. Plus I had drinks, so you know.
Oh, so you could never take me there because I would be like, do it.
Well,
Do
with you,
it.
I probably would go because at least I had you there.
I've been doing some wild shit. Like, you guys have no idea. I've been doing some wild shit. Listen, if you find my secret profile here on TikTok, there is a secret profile. It is not that secret. You can find it. I just started posting on it last night. I think I'm gonna vlog my dating journeys on there. But it needs to get to 1,000 followers so I can go live and we can live shit talk about all the things that are going on. It only has like 200 followers now. But yeah, we got to get those followers up.
I need you to send me that profile because I want to watch that. That's definitely my kind of content. My favorite thing to do on Discord is in voice chat. Do like open swiping with other friends so that they can be like yes or no. You
On
know,
where?
on like Discord.
Oh,
On voice chat.
yeah.
Martina and I do that a lot. We did that a lot.
Did you know you can now do that on like there's a feature that if you go into your Instagram like messages and there's like this little symbol, it looks like a raindrop and a plus symbol. It says you can blend it where you see each other's suggested reels, new reels based on the chat, and it's invite only.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just go to I go to the videos and then I go to the ones that my friends liked and reshared, and those are my favorites.
Yeah. I
They're
see what you
trying
guys be
really
doing.
hard. They try. Oh my god! So there's a couple creators on this app that I love that I'm not going to name drop that follow me on Instagram so that we can DM because they don't like Discord, and I see the videos they repost. I'm like, oh, so you're into big booty girls and big titty girls? Got it.
Same. Sign me up.
Dude,
No,
absolutely,
respectfully.
but also was like shocked. I was like, oh, that's the video that they liked. got it.
Listen, if you guys want to find it, it's Amanda.didit. That is what it is. It's Amanda.didit. All right. You can find it now. I'm not going to say it again. That is the one and only time I'll say it. You can find that profile, and I'm going to be talking about my dating adventures. Not in totality, because, you know, some things are better left private. All right. You don't need to know about that.
Or over cocktails when I come there in December. You know what I mean?
Oh, I have a story for you if you want to talk on the phone about some shit I did.
For sure.
Shenanigans and tomfoolery.
Guess what I'm doing tonight, Amanda?
What are you doing?
Oh, you froze a little bit. I'm doing body painting for the Grinder Halloween party.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that sounds fun.
I'm gonna make a bunch of male models look like trees.
Mhm.
If you get the joke, because they got wood. You know what I mean?
Ha ha ha.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah,
Love it. I love it.
it's gonna be fun.
Are you gonna actually go to the
And you
party?
all yell at me. I still have the stent in me
Oh,
from the
okay.
surgery.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be there to do the work and then probably to go home and sleep because I can't drink alcohol with the stent in me. And then they were supposed to have the stent come out yesterday. They
Mhm.
pushed it to Friday, and now it's on Monday. So I'm just like a week and a half with the stent in me, and it hurts like hell.
Oh.
I don't know why they keep pushing my shit, but I'm really, 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 really mad about it.
What kind of stent do you
And
have?
I'm sick in my ureter from my kidney stone surgery.
Oh, you have a double J. There's a couple of different. Hey,
Sure.
Mutang. There's a couple different reasons they'd leave it in. Did you pass the stone
They
yet?
they broke them up, so this is just the remnants of it. They said they could have gotten out Wednesday, but they just kept getting booked up, so they kept pushing me. And they
Oh.
haven't seen me since my surgery, so there's no reason for them to push it. It's literally just scheduling, which is annoying because it hurts.
Yeah.
I'm trying really hard not to take the oh my god, I'm trying really hard not to take the more intense of the medication. That anal
Yeah. I got you.
I keep calling it anal
Analgesis? an analgesis? Analgesic?
I keep calling it the anal Jesus is making me constipated. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no. But yeah, that's my medical. I'm so glad that 103 people just heard all about that. I'm so glad you guys get to hear about my journey.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I want it out now. I hate it, and I'm starting a film on Monday, so I have to have that removed and then go right to work, which I'm hoping is going to be okay.
Yeah, you should be fine.
That's what I was told. I'm just really hoping that that's the truth, because
I mean, you might have a
feel
little bit of
like I feel
hematuria. You might have a little bit of
Like when I
hematuria
pee.
when you, yeah, a little bit of blood in your urine when you pee after they pull it out just from the
still do.
irritation.
I do
Mm.
right now, and it's been like days. You know,
How many days have you had it?
Friday was when I had the operation.
So it's almost a week. Yeah, that's not uncommon. Like,
It's mild. It looks like cranberry juice cocktail. No, it looks like vodka cranberry is what it looks like.
okay, that's not terrible.
Yeah, it's not terrible, but it's still got a color, which sucks.
Thank you, Homer Sapien. Homer Sapien said my hair looks great.
Anal
Appreciate
Jesus. Anal Jesus. Listen,
Yeah,
we're calling it anal Jesus.
We're calling him Anal Jesus now.
I'm sorry. That should have me laughing so hard. I'm sorry. It's just so fucked up.
I think it's weird. Like, we have a background up today. Nobody wants to talk. We have over 100 people in here.
See it on our
You
end.
can't-
I'll say
you
that.
can't
The
see it?
words are under your name on our screen, or at least for me it is. I don't know if anybody in the comments, but
No, it's up at the top of my head.
it's still under all the words and everything though for the people on. And yeah, there you go. Now we can see it.
Okay,
Make it
there
a
you
little
go.
bit smaller and make it a little bit more to your
The center.
There you perfect. You guys
Can you
see
read
that?
the words though?
Trump supporters don't care what they voted for.
Okay, maybe I have to change the
Are we
font.
good with this, guys? Comments. Give W's to Amanda in the comments if she got it right. If she did it. I'm sorry, they did it. They did it, right? I'm doing the wrong.
She, they. Doesn't matter.
She, they. Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't care.
I'm really bad about that.
Nah, it's totally fine.
W's. Yes, we love the W's. Let's go.
I think it's funny people still call me No Reds. Guys, I know.
What was the origin of that name? I never understood that. I never knew this story.
So I work in radiology, and no rads to the nads means no radiation to the gonads.
Yeah.
It makes
Love
sense.
Why did you change it?
For branding purposes, my manager told me that it wasn't an easy shop for paid opportunities because people have more questions about my username than they do about my content. And he's like, I think you should change it. Like, your name is your brand.
Your name is still No Rads on my phone. No joke.
That's fine. That's okay. He wanted me to use my full name, and I was like, sir, do you know what kind of messages I get? Absolutely the fuck not. Besides the fact that my last name is actually like pretty long, and so you know.
Mine is very complicated. Mine gets me stopped at airports every time I go through TSA.
Oh, people are constantly will say my last name wrong. Constantly.
I think you actually know my last name because we're on Facebook, so.
I do. I do know your last name.
Yeah, it's very, very complicated.
Hey guys, we only have, how many likes do we have? Is it 2,000 likes? Is that what that says? 2,000 likes? No, that's just total viewers. Where are we at? 19K likes. Go ahead.
Tap those fingers on the screen. You know you want to boop Amanda's snoot, boop her snoot. Boop her snoot all day long. Boop that snoot. And also, if you want to enjoy the live, gifting the live is a great way to get the live in the FYP. We've got 10 more hand hearts as a gift goal. You can also gift me as a panelist because, you know, I'm here giving you my smooth radio voice right now. You know you love it. And if you want to come up in the live, you're more than welcome. We love you to come up. We'd love to have you on the panel. But remember, respect is something that's earned and not, you know, automatic. Keep it mute, or you will get the motherfucking boot. And most importantly, Nicolas Cage is here.
Nicholas! Hi, Nicholas. I haven't seen you in forever. You got called out. You were targeted. Thank you so much for the hand arts. I appreciate you guys. We got 2 more. That's great. We got 8 to go until we reach the live goal. I really want to light up my gift gallery. Boop, boop. Get it?
Those buttons. Boop that snoot.
Rick says all the single cat women. Okay.
I have a dog, but
I have a dog too. Where is my dog?
Single.
Oh, she's on the carpet. I was showing my dog last night. She came to hang out with everybody. You have to carry your maritime license through airports? Yikes.
Oh my. So did you hear about this, Amanda, how Kristi Noem is being investigated because the DHS has wrongfully arrested over 170 American citizens.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was reading about the people that they're claiming were arrested wrongfully. One of them had their real ID with them that they said was fake, and the other one was a woman whose last name was like somewhat Irish, I guess. And DHS said, well, an ICE agent told her that doesn't look like it's your real last name, so your passport is fake.
That was the reason they gave?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, what the fuck?
That's wild. That's fucking wild. I'm gonna turn on my notifications on my phone. I'm looking at. Jeez, man.
Yeah.
We only have a couple more days until people's SNAP benefits are.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do. My video froze.
Also,
Sorry.
You kind of froze, yeah. I also went to the UN the other day. Did I tell you that?
No. What did you go to the UN for?
So my mother was here. My mother was here on last Wednesday and left day before yesterday because she's taking care of me post surgery. And my mom, her whole life, wanted to work at the UN as a translator. She studied French and teaching and was going to move to New York and work at the UN as a translator. I've lived in New York for 15 years. We've never taken a tour of the UN. Monday, I felt well enough to be able to do like a small tour at the UN. So we finally got tickets. We went, we did the tour. It was like a 15-year plan. We did everything else in New York every time she comes here, but not that. Because it just didn't happen, like scheduling, whatever. We had the best tour. And guess what I got to see at the UN?
What?
Well, if you remember in news cycles recently,
Teacup. Right in the middle of it. Noel. Did you get a call? Yep.
No. I was trying to get my camera right. The news cycle, things were happening, and this escalator was very famous in the news cycle. Do you know why this escalator, the UM, is very famous?
Why? Tell us.
Because Cheeto McFuckstick, aka Kanks, the escalator broke down when he was there, and he
Hmm.
blamed the UN for it. And I'm like, so we're walking around and we're on this balcony looking down at it, and I go, Mom, look. She goes, what? I go, that's the fucking escalator that Trump was big mad about. And she goes, oh my God, ask the tour guide about it. And before I could even ask the tour guide about it, he goes, and if you want to look over the balcony here, this is Trump's escalator that he blamed us for breaking down. But unfortunately, it was his Secret Service agent that went to the top of it and triggered it with his heel with the safety, and that's why the escalator stopped. And I was like, I was wondering. And he was like, yeah. He was like, that was insane. I go, I'm so sorry. I promise you, we're trying to get rid of him.
We are. We are trying to
Because
get rid of
everyone
him.
else on the tour is from other countries, right? Like we're the only Americans on this tour, literally. My mother and I. Everybody's from Germany, France, everywhere else, right? So,
Hmm.
and the tour guide is also German. And fun fact: if you go to the UN, you are no longer in the United States. That is not considered United States property. You have to have a
Correct.
passport to get in.
Yeah.
I had no idea about that. I learned something new. But yeah, that's Trump's escalator, and he's an idiot, and his own security, well, Secret Service security is the reason why it fucking shut down. And the tour guide is calling it Trump's escalator, and it's hilarious.
I love that. I love that for him.
Yeah,
I'm going to send
me too.
you an invite, Rick. I would like to hear your perspective as to why Trump is the GOAT. Um, I like to hear what other people have to say. No, my backup account is not used for dates. I made a whole secret account, but I just told you guys about it, so it's not secret anymore. So, Rick, come on up. Tell me why you think he's a goat. And the today's topic, which people don't really want to seem to engage on because they're scared, scary little McFucksticks, is Trump supporters don't care what they voted for. I want to know what you voted for and what you care about, and what your contribution is to this country as a human being. All
Yeah,
good things to talk about. We can talk
yeah,
about the stuff that I do.
yeah.
More hinge messages.
He
I have to
doesn't
tell.
vote because his eyes are weird, and he eats classified documents.
Stop it, Ronan.
Oh,
Stop it.
I can't. I can't. I can't. Oh man,
He's a fainting goat. That's why he
Oh my god.
tacos.
Oh my god. Dear God.
Guys, we got to get some
Oh,
MAGA supporters in here. Like, let's help the live because I have no control over it. I can sit here and talk to myself or talk to Noel all day, but unless you guys are
yeah.
doing the things, we're not going to get Trump supporters. I can do a
Yeah.
restart if you want, but
Amanda, this is the thing that happens a lot. So whenever I go on any larger creators platform and I get up here, and I'm not saying it's me, but they really don't like talking to me.
they don't like
I don't
talking to me
know if
either.
it's me. I don't know if like I'm MAGA repellent. I used to be the MAGA whisperer, but now I'm like MAGA repellent. I don't know.
No, they don't like talking to
I
me
don't know.
either.
Okay, so
They
this is a common thing on here. Okay, it's not me.
yeah, they get very upset.
Hmm.
Oh man,
Get
hold
in
on,
the
I gotta answer
box,
this
Rick. Get in
message.
the box.
Come on, buddy.
Yeah. So other things happening in the world. Let's see. ICE raids are happening in Lower Manhattan right now, and New Yorkers are like, "Hold my fucking beer." There was an emergency protest last night at Foley Square that I obviously was unable to attend because stent in ureter. But long story short, uh, that's happening right now, and New Yorkers are not allowing this shit to go down. So if you are in New York and you would like to be part of any kind of positive pro reaction to this scenario, there's lots of ways to get involved. The 5051 movement and also the No Kings organizers have lots of ways to get connected. If you are in New York City and you're able to go down just to even record these incidents that are happening, recording the actions of these agents is always a good thing. I highly encourage it. If you can go there and do that, that is helping people, believe it or not. We need to publicly blast these behaviors and how fascist and wrong they are. And if you are in New York, please do that. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Somebody just tried to call in, but I was sending a message and I don't know what's wrong with me today. I keep hitting the thing and now Google Voice isn't working. What the fuck? So if you just called in, give me a second. All right, it's back up. Give a call back and I'll answer. I apologize that I missed your call. I'm watching it now because it's saying for some reason that I may not hear it ring, which is true. It didn't ring there, but it showed up on my phone. Give a call back and I'll answer. I apologize. Is it frozen?
Yeah, you're frozen.
Every time I open Streamlabs and minimize TikTok Studio, it does that. Like TikTok is really just trying to force you to stay on the app. I wonder if I do this.
He's very cuddly today.
Aw.
Talk to Blue Bader Ginsburg. You guys know you want to talk to Blue. He wants to hear all about your political woes.
Yeah.
He's very curious.
All right, I think I like came up with a scheme here on like how big the window needs to be. Should I call that person back and see if they answer?
Yeah.
All right, let's call him back. I know. I might freeze. I have a gaming computer. Like I shouldn't be having issues like this with stream speed. All right, let's see what happens.
Welcome to the voicemail. 763.
Oh, got voicemail.
Nope. Numbers. Nope.
Okay.
Sorry, I was trying to help.
Hello. Oh, there we go. Hi, how are you this morning?
I'll be devil's advocate today.
Okay. Devil doesn't need an advocate, but let's go for it. How are you?
How are you doing today, Amanda?
I'm fine, thank you. What do you want to talk about?
Well, again, I am actually apolitical, even though you completely reject the notion, but I'm going to advocate for them.
Okay.
So your post says that they don't care what they voted for. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. I think the election kind of more or less boils down to a right-wing populist movement cultural revolution, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Wherein they seen the country changing so fast that they in turn responded by turning to Trump, who did address those populist notions. Do you deny that?
Do I deny that?
Yes.
I mean, I don't fully agree and I don't fully disagree.
Okay. Do you think that some of the grievances of the Republican Party are legitimate?
No.
Okay. No political positions in the Republican Party are legitimate.
Most of the majority of the platforms that I've seen from political candidates that are on the right are manufactured rage. Like the government shutdown right now is manufactured rage.
Amanda,
Yes, those are also
can we
tools of the left as well.
Can he hear me or no?
He should be able to hear you. Hold on one second. Noelle is asking a question.
I can't hear you.
I'm gonna. Okay, just if you could repeat me to him, that would be great.
Sure.
Just the only thing I can't agree with the Republicans is that we have a problem with immigration. I just think they're focusing on the wrong aspect of it.
Did you hear that?
Not at all.
Okay, so she said the only thing that she agrees with the Republicans is on the aspect of immigration. She just disagrees on what aspect of immigration they're focusing on.
Okay.
Like we have an immigration problem.
99.9%
the problem
of voters are completely uninformed about almost every subject on the left and the right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can really argue against that. Most people who vote, they don't even watch the election cycle or even vote in the midterms. They don't even engage until everything starts hitting social media, starts hitting the major news outlets. They don't even start paying attention till then. So you have to understand there's this very fine window in election season of how the issues are drawn up and how they're politicized and conveyed to the public, okay? So what you're watching is basically a rebuke of the Biden administration policies because they didn't vote for any specific Trump policies. They voted against Biden, basically.
Mhm.
You deny that? Why do you deny that?
No, I don't deny that because I know, like, through having conversations with them, the background used to be Trump supporters don't know what they voted for. That was prior to the election and shortly thereafter. But then when we saw, like, the one big beautiful bill come out, I couldn't say that people don't know what they voted for anymore because it made major news cycles. And so if they weren't paying attention, that was their own fucking problem. But now it's they don't care because now the information is there. Now we see it being enacted in real time. So now they just don't give a fuck.
Yes, but most people don't exist in the political sphere. Most people don't know what's going on right now. They just know that the guy that they didn't like is not in office, and that's what they wanted.
But how do they know they didn't like them if they're not informed?
Man, most people aren't informed. Be honest with yourself.
How did they know they didn't like him
Has every
if they
liberal
weren't
that you've met
informed?
been informed?
Has every liberal that I personally have met been informed? Yes, because I make sure that I surround myself with people who are fucking abreast to what is happening in the world. I don't surround myself
Okay.
with people who are
That's called
ignorant.
living in an echo chamber or a bubble. Okay.
No,
Surrounded
if
yourself
I
with people who are like-minded to you. Okay, hold on.
no, I
You
didn't say
surround
that.
yourself with people
I
who-
didn't say that.
Okay.
You asked me if
What
every
did you say
liberal I
then?
ever met was
No,
informed,
I'm
and
sorry.
I said
Go
yes.
ahead-
That's
go
what
ahead
you
and
asked
elaborate.
me. That's what you asked me. You asked me if every liberal I ever met was informed, not if I only surround myself with liberals. Because I don't. I don't particularly care for people who consider
Well, that was your
themselves liberal.
response. Wouldn't I respond to your response?
I said I don't surround myself with people who aren't informed.
Okay. So
I didn't
that's living
say
in
that
a
it was
bubble.
one way or the other.
Do you have any people outside of the people that agree with you on these issues that you convey with daily?
Yes.
Okay. And are they close to you,
Yes.
proximity-wise?
Yes. In real life.
When you challenge, and are they informed or are they misinformed?
I mean, the entire Republican platform is based on rage bait and misinformation, so they're misinformed.
It's a populist movement, okay? Most people aren't informed. We both agreed upon that.
Okay, what's your point?
My point is that they voted against Biden, okay? And it doesn't matter if they care or not. What they care about is the guy that they didn't like is not in office now.
And my question to you was, if they are not informed, how do they know they didn't like him?
Man, again, I've already touched on it.
Thank you, Russ.
Everybody doesn't live in a political sphere, okay?
My
Everybody
point to
doesn't
you
understand how
was
these issues
this.
affect them.
My point to
Or how they
you was
don't.
this, is that people who voted for Donald Trump either didn't know or didn't care. So when you say that the person that they don't like isn't in office anymore, it's because they didn't know or they didn't care. Those of the ones that didn't care fell for the bullshit Republican platform filled with rage bait. And if you want to look at that, we can look at the current government shutdown. Mike Johnson is consistently blaming it on the Democrats and saying it's because Democrats want undocumented people to have access to the ACA and to Medicaid. And that is not true. It is simply not true. The point of the shutdown and the reason why Democrats aren't budging against Republicans is because of the subsidies that are running out on the ACA, and the changes to Medicaid eligibility would leave millions, I'm still speaking, would leave millions of people because of the one big beautiful bill. Yes.
Okay, so they were set to expire anyway, and the Democrats are demanding that they increase them indefinitely. Right?
Not increase them.
Sorry,
not increase them.
Indefinitely, you're right.
Correct.
So
Not
who owns the shutdown then?
the people own the shutdown because the people deserve insurance.
Okay. Does the ACA provide people with insurance, or do they provide a marketplace for people to buy insurance?
Both.
Both, right.
Mm-hmm.
And which of those subsidies does that increase in, or sorry, continuation of spending supplement?
What do you mean?
Those
It supplements the cost.
subsidies that
It
you're talking about,
it subsidizes.
insurance companies to provide people with health insurance. That's why I'm
Correct.
asking about the
Correct. It
private.
keeps healthcare costs down for people who
Okay, so
purchase
it
insurance through the
supplements
ACA.
the privatized market, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have universal health care here in this country? Do we have that as an option?
We could, but we don't. But I'm
Well,
going to
we
be devil's
don't.
advocate, okay?
Okay.
What you're saying is that they don't care. That's not. It's not that they didn't care. They just hated Biden that much. And when the next election cycle comes around, if Democrats don't change their messaging, which they don't seem to be on the trajectory to, they're going to lose.
No, the Democrats are
And
changing their
we're
messaging,
gonna-
and they're winning.
To what?
The Democrats have been more aggressive with their messaging and more proactive with their messaging, as opposed to being
What is their
reactionary.
messaging? Like, give me just a couple touch points.
The Democrats have been talking about how all of these things are impacting people and not doing the ad hom bullshit that they used to do, because they used to just
And
focus
how
on
does that
ad
gain
hom
ground with
bullshit.
independents?
Well, we're seeing elections across the country, special elections, go in favor of the Democrats. We saw fucking Iowa go blue.
Iowa did not go blue. Okay.
The person that they put in office was not a Democrat on their special election.
In a special election, it's really irrelevant to the general what we're talking about, which is the main election cycle, which is the midterms, and then the primary election. So
No, it's important. These special elections are important. Like Adelita Grijalva is
they're
the
important when you need to gain seats in the House and when you need to gain ground in states. They're important then, okay?
Mhm.
To the general election cycle, which is what we're talking about, okay?
No, we're
It
not.
doesn't matter to
Thank you,
most
Hector.
voters. 99% of them, they just want what they want, which is that guy not in office, or that lady not in office, or whoever is the status quo. Most people have a rebellious nature to them, and they're anti-establishment.
That's not true.
Democrats have now become the anti-establishment because now they have to oppose Trump. Right?
So why, first of all, what you said is wrong, that's not what we're talking about. We are talking about that. We are talking about the special elections. We are talking about things going blue. And you can't discount the special elections. You can't not include those when we're talking about the political
I bet if
climate.
you looked at like the demographics of the areas, it was going to go blue anyway.
No,
Okay?
it wasn't.
You,
They flipped seats. And again, these elections are important.
it was the populist movement.
Hold on a second. Wait, caller, what's your name?
Biden, what is
Caller, what's your name? What do you want me to call you? Caller, person on the telephone. What do you want me to call you so I can address you? Because you can't hear Noelle and she was speaking, and so I want to be able to get your attention. What do you want me to call you? Hello? Okay.
Damn. I was just trying to be quiet because I know he can't hear me, so I was just trying to like.
Yeah, I need to
like-
fix that.
It's okay.
TikTok said you're scared to debate them.
Listen, TikTok, I don't want to hear it. You're scared to debate me. You debate, bro. Bring it, TikTok. Bring it.
Call me maybe. I gotta try and fix the audio, but I don't know why. I think Google Chrome is taking precedence over.
It probably has to do with all the Amazon shutdown shit.
He's calling back.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I think you lost connection. Are you there? Hello? Yeah, I can't hear you. I think it's you. You might have lost service. But like the call's connected and I can't hear you at all.
Amanda, set your gift goal. Also, you guys, we're almost at 30K. Get those moving. There's 255 of you in here. Hector's in here. He's giving big gifts. We love when Hector gives gifts.
Thank you,
Hector's
Hector.
giving big gifts. That's right. And also, tap that screen. Tap that screen.
We also see Hafrican Knight in here gifting. Thank you so much. Hafrican is up early as fuck.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm trying to reset the gift goal, but of course, you know, because I'm multi-streaming. I feel like I'm gonna end the live over for the Tubies because they're just talking shit in the chat. Steve says he was raptured. It's just making it lag.
Yeah.
I have to try and figure out a way to make the call audio louder. It's as loud as it'll go.
Just fine. He couldn't hear me. I was frustrated with that. I wanted in on that, but I mean, it's, you know, it is what it is.
Isn't not knowing what's going on the same as not caring? What was his point? I agree, Lovey. What should we make the gift goal now? Pick a gift.
Make it the golden punchy punch. Make it a small one that everybody can attain.
Okay.
You know, but the golden oh my god, the golden boxing gloves.
If you guys haven't sent your heart me already, please go ahead and send your heart me. I would appreciate it.
Did I send mine yet? Yes, I did. Of course I did.
Yeah.
This is like a video game for me. I hit all the buttons. It's like my favorite thing in the world. And
Chris,
the Go Populars too. Those are good.
Christopher Dixon said the left is the left are the ones out of control. Well, let's talk about it. What do you think they're out of control about? I'm sending you an invite to come on up if this stops fucking freezing. Come on up and let's talk about it. Let's hear what the left is out of control and what the left can do better that you think would be more appeasing to the general populace.
I like that sticker.
Which sticker?
Of your face, like that.
Oh, that one? Oh, there's a silver boxing gloves. Let's go with silver.
Yeah. I think the silver's cheaper, but they're either one or like
it's 10 cents
good
cheaper
ones.
or 10 coins cheaper. It's 20 instead of 30. Don't you have a riot to attend? That's all your side knows how to do. Shit, let me check my calendar. Fuck.
Riot's on Thursday, sir.
It is Thursday. It's Thursday. Well, they're usually Thursdays at 1, and it's only 11:25, so I have a little bit of time.
We got time.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a little
have to
time.
run soon because I gotta finish packing for this this tree painting grinder party for Halloween.
We also have to say thank you to Deltron for the super chat. Says, call in all MAGA cult, unMAGA cult pretzels, get your fact healing. Thank you so much for the super chat, Deltron. I appreciate you. I don't know why it's just spinning. Did it update the live goal?
The caller or the live goal? It says thanks.
Oh, yeah. I'll try it again in a second.
Thanks.
You assumed what I voted for. What the fuck did I vote for?
Oh, hello. How are you?
Hello, lovely lady too. How are you? I'm actually good. How are you?
Good. What? You came up hot, girl. What's going on?
I know I did. Oh my god, the prompt up there was hot as shit, so I had to like respond to that. So Trump supporters don't care what they voted for. What do you think I voted for? Just tell me specifically. What the fuck did I vote for?
First of all, let's take it down a notch. Let's not be disrespectful, because I promise you, I'll be a hell of a lot more disrespectful than you. I promise you that. So we're gonna behave ourselves and we're gonna act like adults. Yeah.
We will. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So there are many different things that Trump supporters voted for, but they were uneducated about voting for them. We can talk about immigration. We can talk about the economy. Well, so Trump supporters don't care about how...
Tell me about immigration.
So you're an immigrant and you voted for Donald Trump?
Yeah, I am legal migrant. I actually came to this country with actual like interviews, medical screening, everything. Every fucking thing has to do. So tell me about what is immigration?
Why did you vote? Why did you vote for Donald Trump?
How dare I? How dare I vote for somebody says if you come to this country legally, do it legally. Okay. If you don't chill the fuck out, I'm gonna kick you. I'm trying to have a conversation with you and you're trying to fucking fight. And you're trying to fight, and I'm not gonna fight with you. Because I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but I am not the one. And Noelle is not the two. So calm the fuck down right now. Do you understand me? Okay. So as an immigrant, why did you vote for Donald Trump's immigration policies?
Because seeing the native country I left being surrounded by nation being taken over from within, yes, I understand what the fuck he's saying, which is you have to have a border as a sovereign nation, as a UN recognized nation. You have the right to protect your borders. You don't allow the world to come in. You have to vet. For example, in Louisiana, they found one individual, actually. It's just one of the many, that the last administration gave a visa. He was part of the October 7 attack in Israel. Like, legitimately, he was unaliving people. He got a visa. You don't vet. You have to vet people. You have to make sure when they come here, you know who the fuck they are. How hard is that?
So wouldn't
other people who despise this nation, who want to do ill to you and your children, your family.
Well, so here's the problem. Here's the problem.
Real quick,
Go ahead, Noel.
Triggering for me. I'm sorry, but
Go ahead.
I don't know if you heard this earlier, but I was at the UN just about 3 days ago, and it's funny that you mentioned that we're a UN nation because they have what they call the Human Bill of Rights, right, at the UN. And one of the things that they talk about there's a couple. There's like I can't remember how many, but there were a couple that I really enjoyed. And one of them was talking about how humans have a right to asylum and that humans have a right to go between borders and to other countries and to other states. And they have a right to go in freely and as long as they're being peaceful and following the laws of the country.
I disagree with the UN. I don't like the UN because they fucked up my country.
Well, then why did you mention, then why did you, ma'am, then why did you bring up the United Nations if you don't like the UN?
I did this to make a point from your perspective that this is a UN recognized nation, not before me. I don't like the UN because
where are you from? What country are you from?
Ethiopia. They fucked up my country. Just letting you know. Yeah, USAID was funding both wars in Tigray and Amhara region and Oromo region. They were funding the shit out of it. So I don't like the UN and USAID for what the fuck they've done. If you are on the ground, and if you know, by the way, USAID, the money that was supposed to go to Ethiopia was never left. 90% of it never actually left the DC. It was always dispersed amongst these fucking bureaucrats and piece of shits. They took the money for themselves. And then when it get down, the majority of it that was left over, get down there, it was left over for people actually who are corrupted. The officials are corrupted. That's what the fuck happened. And people here knew that was happening and they allowed it to happen. So what I'm saying is that the money you're sending over there means nothing and actually never reached the people it was intended for. That's useless. What the UN is doing is right now is you have actually genocides happening in East Africa, like my country, my native country. You have genocides happening in Congo, the Republic of Congo. You have genocides happening in Nigeria, Niger, and they don't say shit. There's no beef about it.
Oh, I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that.
Tell me why. I agree with you on that.
Because it's not advantageous for them to talk about it. Because right now, like a lot of the genocides that are happening are because of resources, of stealing resources and subjecting the people to slavery and poverty, and so it's advantageous for them. But Trump doesn't care about that.
No. The thing is, I don't have to like Trump or agree with him to understand what the fuck is going on. That the UN and these NGOs, non-government organization, what they're doing. Disgusting to me.
Let me ask you. So if we're upset about genocide, because we agree on that. We don't agree with genocide. We don't agree with what's happening in these countries that are experiencing that. Wouldn't we think that it would be best to vote for a candidate who would be pro-immigration and pro-asylum in order to help the people escape these countries versus these mass deportations?
You can't do that because you can bring the whole world into the United States.
Well, no, of course you can't bring the whole world, and the whole world is not going to want to come here. Exactly. But wouldn't we want?
I'll
Go
give
ahead.
You an example. Somalia, their central bank account, actually, the bank that controls the money, said that they can no longer operate as a nation because the money dried out. The USAID, your tax money, was aiding them to exist. Another nation that is not the United States of the nation is not part of it. It was sustaining this nation to exist. Look it up. I'm not lying to you. Literally, they said that they can no longer exist because the USAID money ran out. What I'm telling you is that we are not the United States of Somalia. We're not the United States of Ethiopia. We're not the United States of Africa. Like literally, this is the United States of America. We have to help people that live here, that exist here. And the fact that another nation says the money dried out because the USAID was cut off, now we are in financial crisis.
Okay, let's explore that a little bit further. So we're saying that we have to help the people who live here, and we're not doing that. So we have Trump's immigration policy, and it was mass deportation and based simply off of that, right? And it's targeting, let's be honest, it's targeting brown people. It's not targeting white people. And white people made up the majority of people that were here undocumented, visa overstays. They made up the majority of people who are here. But now we're seeing all of these things happen with the administration, like cutting back of benefits that do help people. And we knew that they were going to do this prior to the election, and you still voted for that. So those two things are counterproductive.
What benefit are you talking about?
Well, SNAP benefits for one, Medicaid for two.
What does SNAP say? What's the what does SNAP stand for?
Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program.
Supplemental nutrition. That's the casework, like the work. It says that you cannot buy soda. You cannot buy things. These things that are actually damaging to your body. You buy vegetables. You buy things that are sustainable.
Do you know
to
how
your
SNAP
body
works?
and your children.
Do you know how SNAP works?
No. I'm asking. No. My family was offered when we came to this country. We were offered. We declined. Thankfully, we declined. But
Well, that's not true because you're not eligible to receive benefits. Were you sponsored to come here?
I was eligible. Yeah, we were sponsored. We were eligible actually.
So you were not eligible to receive benefits for a period of 5 years. So you're lying.
No, they offered us.
Hold on. You're referring to WIC if you had children. Did you have children?
No. My parents had children. I was a child when I came.
Okay, you were under 18.
Oh, so then you don't know.
So are my
Okay, so
children.
that's considered WIC. That's totally different than SNAP.
Well,
So you're
WIC is
telling
5 and
me
under.
So
Yeah.
you're telling me a system that was supposed to sustain people with nutrition is being used to buy sodas that has nothing to do with nutrition. That's why we're trying to have a conversation right there because that's the number one killer in this country. The number one unaliving
No, it's not.
is obesity.
That's not.
Caused by what people consume.
Oh my God, this
what they
lady's.
put in their body.
Wow.
Yes, it's very true.
No.
How do people get on that?
Ma'am.
No, tell me.
Hey.
Well, if you don't stop talking, she can't tell you. Shut up.
Jesus Christ. Have you ever been on any kind of program like WIC or SNAP and utilize those benefits? No. I have. And I can tell you something. If I go to make purchases for food and they are items like you're referring to, I have to pay for those out of pocket.
Out of
I
pocket.
couldn't use SNAP. You cannot pay for certain items with your SNAP or your WIC card. WIC is meant for, WIC is meant for formula, diapers, food for babies, children under 5, like Amanda just mentioned. SNAP, which is a different program, is offered after 5 years of being in this country, as Amanda mentioned. And there are certain food items that don't work in places you cannot use your SNAP card. For example, if I go to the bodega on the corner, I can't use my SNAP card. If I go to the grocery store, only some grocery stores do they accept SNAP cards. Not all grocery stores do.
Got
So
it.
while
So
you're
you have
talking
to
about
stay-
this, you are severely misinformed, have never been on a program and needed these things, and you have strong opinions about it. And so what I would encourage you to do is stop talking and ask more questions.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Why is that a
Sure.
state like North Carolina and state like several states actually implemented a law to cut back if you do not buy things that are not nutrition to your children and
Yes,
yourself?
state by state, they did make different rules
If it's
because things were not
no.
appropriate. Yes.
Yeah. So
That is
why
called
are they doing
improving
that?
upon a program that's meant to help people.
It's always being wasted.
What's
money
the
was
complaint?
wasted on bullshit.
So improving
agree?
upon you don't
Agree.
want them to improve upon their programs.
No. You agree though that people were buying non-nutrition shit for their
In
children.
some states, yes, because they're state by state they are run. But I'm talking about in blue states like mine, which is New York, there are rules. In Florida, there are rules. In Texas, there are rules, and wherever the fuck you're talking about, there are rules. States' rights, honey. Constitution.
Why?
Read about it.
So you agree with the 10th Amendment then? The things are not left for the federal government is left for the states. Right? You agree with that shit?
It's a fucking part of our Constitution. How am I allowed to breathe in?
So do you agree that abortion is a state issue too?
I don't
No.
think it's a safe. It should be a federal issue.
That's the 10th Amendment.
Because
Says
but here's the
anything-
thing. Here's the thing, ma'am. Here's the problem with that, right? There's women in all 50 fucking states, and it's the only thing that abortion affects is women. So when you make dumb claims like that, and you literally make like, ma'am, you can sit here and you can yell and be mad because you have an infant and you have no life. I get that, but you're not letting me respond to you, and it's rather infuriating. Your screaming child's annoying the fuck out of me. So maybe
Hey, we're gonna take it down a notch.
What the fuck, lady?
We're gonna take it down a notch.
Dude.
So,
Dude, Amanda, by the way, anyone ever told you you look like I've heard though, like the older.
oh no, but thank you. I appreciate that. So states having different SNAP eligibility on products that you can purchase is not a bad thing. Is not a bad thing, but those programs could be improved upon versus cutting people's benefits. So wouldn't you rather the program become more restrictive and make nutritious foods more widely available than take away people's ability to buy food? Because right now we know that 1 in 5 children go to bed hungry every night. We were reading a news article last night about 27 counties in Kansas and Missouri where 1 in 7 people are food insecure. Like, that's not acceptable. And that's because of this program.
I agree with you, but here's the catch on all the things, right? It says that you have to work 20 hours. That's like half a week, pretty much. A job. You have to get a job. If you cannot get a job, you have to prove why you cannot get.
Yeah, but do you know how long the process is to get disability? Right. And I agree with you. We should improve the processes and we should fix them. But until we get to the point where those things are put in place, we shouldn't be taking benefits away from people because now we've left them without resources and without the ability to feed themselves and their families. So I don't disagree with you on that. I think that the programs that we have in place and the bureaucracy and the red tape that exists in those programs in order for people to get Social Security, disability, and all of those things, that should be fixed first because we know that that's the root cause of the problem before we take things away from people.
Yes, ma'am. You also have to understand that a lot of the money that was meant for these people actually like legitimately living to survive a day by day, disability and everything. These people, the other people are taking money off of this month. You see what I'm saying? They're taking money off of this right now. These people that need it the most. Yes, when you
Who is taking it?
People literally they don't need it. They just get a job and go to work. And
what do you define?
I know certain people. I don't want to fucking rat their ass out, but I know certain people who can work.
What do you define as not needing it?
Not disabled, not physically able, not able, not unable. Like they're not unable. Like
what is
mentally or physically not unable to work for at least 20 hours to meet the standard to work and gain those things. What I'm saying is that people take advantage of that. And if you want to go back to this, you can watch a documentary that was put out back in 1960 something, where it shows about these people being pushed into these systems and it become a generational thing. Like, oh, I'm gonna just pop up babies. I'm gonna have these and this, and then I'm gonna get this.
Can I stop you for a second?
That mindset has to.
Hold on.
For a second, please.
I'm sorry.
As somebody who's on disability, it took me from the age of 18 until 28 to get it. It is extremely hard already to get on disability. So I don't think that the percentage of people that are in quotations taking advantage of it are as high as you think they are, because there's a lot of criteria you have to meet. You have to meet with their professionals, their doctors. You have to have doctor's notes from your own doctors, not just one, multiple.
Yeah.
You have to have your whole medical history, and this takes years, and you have to go through appeal processes usually.
You don't think there's somebody, because I know someone specifically that meets criteria.
Everybody knows somebody.
No. That's the criteria. this person hasn't done anything. They worked at a fast food place since I was in high school. They got out of it, and they claim emotional stress, emotional things, and they did everything possible to be in this position where they feel that they are entitled to taxpayers'
And
money.
how do you know they aren't?
And the doctors go
How
along
do
with
you
it
know they aren't disabled? How do you know that?
because I know them enough to know.
Because she's a ladder puller.
Because
That's
they
why.
don't present disabled in the
What is
stereotype.
disabled? They could work. They obviously
But see
preserve
that's the
themselves through
thing.
hard
Like
work.
you don't know that. People don't have to disclose their entire medical history to you. And
So you
it's
don't
not even just that, right?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
you don't think a 20-something-year-old person, right, legitimately, physically able to work and emotionally stressed, all of a sudden they have to earn taxpayers.
Realize that
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Get help then. Go see a therapist.
Do you think that I have any kind of disabilities?
No.
No, I'm not just asking you because you're saying like you know people and there are people who are cheating the system. Just looking at me having this conversation, do you think I have any disabilities?
You probably have a disability. I don't know physically. I know that person.
I do have a physical disability. I do have a physical disability.
No. What I'm saying is that I do not know you specifically, but I know that person. What I'm
My
talking about.
my point is that you can't tell people are disabled simply by looking at them. Nor can you know somebody's entire medical history. My mom had wait, hold on. My mother had cancer for 3 months before she told me.
Cancer is not a disability, though. That's a disease.
It doesn't matter. What my point to you is that my own mother, didn't disclose her medical history to me, and we're very close. So you don't know what people go through behind closed doors. You're not in the doctor's office with them. You're not receiving treatment with them. You don't know. And so for you to make this anecdotal story as part of the reason why we should change this program versus improving upon the program and improving access is kind of shitty.
But also assuming that
I would like to stop you for a second. Even if there isn't a disability, it absolutely is listed as a disability.
I mean, I don't want to argue like over stuff like that. To be honest, like
to assume that everybody that is on disability is actually disabled it's disappointing right there.
The process to get disability. The process to get disability
It's not
as
just disability. I'm talking about any government systems. I'm talking about any system. You don't think that
This lady just wants to hear herself talk. Literally, that's all she wants to do. That's all I'm hearing is that she likes the sound of her own voice, and it's like exhausting. Because you keep trying to have conversation and engage with her, and she literally won't shut the fuck up.
You want to actually listen.
You have to listen to people to be able to have a conversation.
All right, ma'am.
Go back and forth. I've been listening to you run your mouth for like 20 minutes.
Have a great day, Kim. Have a great day, Kim.
Wow.
Who the fuck is Kim?
She called me Kim Kardashian. Kim said I looked like Kim Kardashian, that I was pretty like her. Josh, how are you this morning?
As someone who's met Kim Kardashian, you're more beautiful than her.
Oh, thank you.
I agree.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Josh, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Great. I'm doing pretty good. What would you like to talk about?
I actually wanted to comment to the guest about her assumption and her anecdotal statistics and things about what she thinks she knows, like y'all were touching on, but don't know. There's a meme. There's been a meme out there for at least 5 years that shows not all disabled people are necessarily in a wheelchair.
Correct.
It's an actual image of somebody walking.
Correct.
Whatever. And myself, I'll throw in a little bit about me. I'm walking disabled. I have Crohn's. I work. I do what I got to do. I've had it for almost 20 years, right? And also as somebody also from New York, it's incredibly friggin' hard to even get on disability. When I tried to go on, I was looking at our state's website, or I can't remember if it was state or national, but they said
NY.gov, or are you talking about Access HRA?
I can't remember which one.
Okay.
But it said something about you can make up to $75,000 a year and still get help as far as like Medicaid, Medicare goes. And
Mhm.
then when I went to the Social Security office and had an appointment, they said, no, that's a lie. And I'm like, wait a minute. And it got really heated. I actually had to hang up and walk away because this lady
Right.
is, I know what I read.
Right.
Mhm.
Well,
So
and
infuriating.
you need a lawyer in order to even talk to these people because they talk you in circles.
Yeah.
It's wild. But that was my point. I just wanted to come up here and be like, lady, you do not know what you are talking about.
Well, she was lying to begin with because she said she came here as an immigrant, and when they came to this country, they were offered benefits, and that's simply not true. How do I know this? Just so we can clear the air on this, because I'm sure, somebody in the chat can be like, you're lying. I am a first generation American. My father came here as a child, and also I have sponsored family members. I personally, not only did I sponsor them, but didn't hire an attorney. I did the immigration process myself. So I know the paperwork and I know the process that we went through. And I had to sign an affidavit as the sponsor stating that I would be financially responsible for the person coming to this country, and they were unable to receive any benefits for a period of 5 years. That if for some reason during those first 5 years where they're here in this country, they were unable to care for themselves, I would be responsible for them. So I know she was full of shit.
Yep, it said the same thing for my fiance who's trying to move here from the UK. I have to be financially responsible for him. If he gets in trouble, it kind of falls back on me. You take full responsibility for somebody that you're sponsoring.
Yes.
And then when you throw the statistics about how much undocumented immigrants actually contribute as far as taxes go, up in the higher billions of dollars, they automatically pivot, deflect, or try to go on to another thing. And no, that's the whole thing. Like you mentioned before, Amanda, about how you surround yourself with people that are knowledgeable and understand what is going on. I do the same.
Mhm.
You have to, right?
Mhm.
That's where our side is a bit different, where these people just follow headlines or they listen to what an orange loon is saying.
Right.
These people do not get a damn thing. The only thing that they get is help in an emergency situation, which guess what? Was done under Reagan in the 80s.
Yep, 1986.
Yep, Democrats were voting against that. So you blame us, but then at the back end, it's literally Republicans that have this loophole in there. So you can't have it both ways. You can't. It doesn't work that way.
I agree. All right, Josh, thank you for contributing to the conversation. I appreciate you. I'm going to let you back down. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks. Mods, can you keep an eye on the guest requests, and if there's people in there, let them up, because for some reason, whenever I click on it, it's not letting them up. I'm going to have to go in from my backup and mod from my phone, which is annoying as shit when that happens. But if there's somebody in the guest request, just go ahead and let them up.
The initial reason I came up was just to talk about the food stamp situation. Being on it myself, I only get $270 a month, and to tell somebody you need to get all fresh ingredients, do they not understand the price of fresh ingredients and how quickly fresh ingredients are expiring now due to the tariffs? I don't know about y'all, but has anybody else noticed that when you get fresh produce, it lasts maybe 2 days, and then it's expired? I can't afford that. So unfortunately, I have to eat frozen boxed meals, et cetera, and I also don't like the idea of telling somebody that's on SNAP that they are undeserving of a treat.
That part. But Femi, have you seen the video of the woman with the toast? Chomping on her toast, talking about what did you buy in October? Did you see that yet?
I have not.
Okay. Well, we were talking about it earlier, and she was talking about how you need to stop buying processed foods and stock up your pantry. What the fuck do MAGA think pantry items are? Pantry items are processed foods.
Right.
Like literally the shit that you're saying don't eat, you're telling people to eat.
Exactly.
Can you mute this guy?
Baron, can you mute?
Because it's loud, really loud, whatever he's doing.
I'm trying to mod myself.
Yeah, I know. Guys, someone mute him, please. It's a mod. Thank you. Or just drop him. Okay, that's fine too.
He's a friendly. I think he might have did it on accident.
I got you. But it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's always the finger pointing, and it's so odd to me because it's like, okay, great. What would you like to do? Are we going to have full socialist programs now where people that need these programs go to like a specific kind of store for people that need food assistance? Are we going to build federally funded grocery stores all across America? Because I've only heard people screaming about Mandami wanting city run grocery stores, not even funded, but run grocery stores in New York, and being that to be a problem. So if we're going to go full socialism, and we're going to start doing government cheese again, let's have federally funded grocery stores across America, and we're going to have a lot of them because we're not sure where people are going to need food assistance, right? And
Yeah.
we're going to have only healthy items in there that anyone can come in and feed their family. Great. Go for it. Got it. Because I'm sick and tired of people that don't know anything about it having strong opinions about it. Not understanding that literally people are deciding raw materials because they don't have enough money on their SNAP cards. Because they can't afford to buy the produce and the meat and the veg that they want. It's me.
I agree.
Yeah, they don't get it.
It makes it that much harder to even. It makes it that much harder to even want to buy some of the meats with all the stuff that we have going on with shutdowns, and meat has viruses and bacteria and all these different things. It makes it that much harder. It's like, okay, do I actually want to buy this? Is it safe right now? Because we don't have a safety net to prove this.
Yeah. So we have a new guest up here. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What would you like to add to the conversation?
So since I'm 35, voted for Trump. I'm from the state of New York.
Okay.
Just for some context there. I actually agree with some of the increasing amount of liberal economic policies. I think we're kind of fall short is on the social front. I'll tell you that part. But I guess what I will say is this, because just want to come to some consensus here. I think the problem is that over the years, especially since like the 1970s, with increased globalizations, we've built other countries' middle class at the expense of our own. And now we're living in a day and age where our middle class is struggling, and we're seeing other countries' middle class doing increasingly better and better. And so that's why you have like the themes of affordability, for example. Zohra Mamdani is doing pretty well with that message because people are just.
He's gonna win. Are you in the city? Do you vote for Mamdani, or do you have that
I'm
election?
in Long Island, so I
You're
can't.
in. Okay.
But that's
And you voted for Trump? Why did you vote? Can I ask you? Let me ask a question. It's going to be a loaded question.
Sure.
You voted for Trump. You live in the state of New York. You're in Long Island. Do you still feel like that was a good decision, or are you regretting that choice now?
I think that I would probably have to wait about 2 years into, and here's why.
Temperature check wise, where we're at right now, snapshot.
Snapshot as of right now, we're not in the place I want to be in, so things
It's
are
not great.
worse. So short term, I agree with you.
Do you think long term his plans are going to pan out in our favor?
I'm cautiously optimistic.
Why do you think they'll pan
Extremely
out in our
cautiously
favor?
Optimistic.
Yeah, well, I want to take a step back and then answer your question directly. I mean, do we agree that that's the problem with the middle class, and that a lot of people are struggling, and that's where a lot of the tension comes from?
Yeah, I can agree on some aspects of that for sure.
Okay, yeah, and I'm not trying I'm not espousing gotcha questions or something. I'm just trying to say.
Okay,
that
no, you're good. You're good.
The same problem, and we just probably differ in our solution. Okay, so the reason why I voted for him is so I've noticed a couple things. One, trickle down doesn't work, so I'll concede that. Right, it worked in the past because tax rates were higher, so companies could provide like incentives to promote the U.S. worker, and that's why trickle down economics worked, but increasingly it doesn't work because
But it never actually did work.
It did because companies were forced to invest more in the U.S. worker, but as we became more of a globalized economy, especially with multinational companies. Now, business owners can elect to build distribution, assembly, manufacturing centers in other countries and invest more overseas as opposed to in the U.S. worker. So that's the
Question.
point.
But
I have
that's
a
not
question.
trickle down economics. That has to do with tax loopholes.
Right.
That wasn't trickle
We're
down.
talking about the middle class. I want to ask you a specific question. Would you say that most union workers in the United States are considered middle class?
I would say lower to middle.
Okay, sure. And do you think that supporting unions helps build the middle class?
I mean, it's a double-edged sword.
Sure, but it's a generalized question that I'm trying to get to a point here.
Does it help build the middle class?
By
Yeah.
having protections for union workers and American jobs?
Well, some protections, yes.
Sure. And what party is for unions? Is it the Republicans or the Democrats?
Well, the Democrats are more in favor of unions.
Right. Right. Is New York a union state?
Yes.
Why the fuck did you vote for Trump, dude?
Yeah. So here's no. I know. I understand. No, it's a valid argument. So here's, I guess with that argument, I would say it's like minimum wage, right? So like if you were to increase the minimum wage, let's just say $30 an hour, then of course you prop up those workers, and I honestly think that the person's dollar should stretch out more, right? You should have increasing purchasing power, but at the expense of what? So the alternative is companies can say, okay, you know what? Maybe it's not practical to do business in New York because it's $30 an hour. Maybe I'll just move my operations to a different state or elsewhere because it's cheaper. So there has to be a balancing act for that reason, and that's why. And I would apply the same concept with utilization as well, because with unions, what tends to happen is the cost of having a worker in a company rises, and I think it's good in one regard because I think people should be able to have money to feed their families, to afford things. I get that the quality of life is important, but there has to be a balancing act.
Well, all right. Well, let's get down to the nitty gritty of it. Like, which Trump policies were you in favor of? Like, when you went to the voting booth before you even got there, what part of his platform was the most important for you? I'm not saying you're a single issue voter, but the one thing that was most important for you that aligned with you and your values, did you choose to vote for?
I would say the tax cuts.
For the wealthy.
Because, well, they're not just for the wealthy, right? Now, tax cuts were set to sunset this year, right? So they would have gone up for everyone. That's just under, the previous bill that was signed.
The TCJA signed by Trump in 2017, yes.
Correct. So they were going to go up. Now, under a Kamala administration, I believe some of those tax rates would have maybe been around the same. It's kind of like hard to tell, but the reason why I believe in more targeted tax cuts towards the wealthy is because in the age of AI and robotics, we need to attract as much foreign investment into the U.S. as possible because that's what's going to help retain these jobs, but also create higher paying jobs for.
But we're seeing like a drastic loss in new jobs. Like the job market has been fucking terrible.
Yes, and I think it would have been you would have seen a job loss under Kamala or Trump, but more so under Trump. You're seeing it more.
Well, how so would you have seen it under Kamala?
Because AI disrupts, right? I'm conceding this point, right? I'm saying that it is worse under Trump than it would have been under Kamala, right? So I'm conceding that point. But that's because of AI. So with AI, there's an article that came out that said that for entry-level white-collar workers, 50% of them will be displaced within 2 years because of AI. So you're seeing.
Okay, I'm gonna. I have to say thank you to Gray. So Gray, thank you so much for the Venmo. Appreciate you. They would like me to ask you a question. Their Venmo says, would you be able to ask him if he's from an affluent area? Like, is he economically disadvantaged? And I have to answer this call, so I'm going to let you answer it.
Of course. So I grew up economically disadvantaged, and now I'm not. So, and I recently moved out of that community.
I have a follow-up question, if I may. So you said that the job loss is attributed to AI, correct?
Um, that is a factor. That's not the sole factor.
Okay, so
Tariffs is another reason for the job loss. So I would say AI and tariff policy.
okay, okay, I can agree with that. So why would you vote for somebody who wanted to invest more into the systems that were going to cause more job loss?
Yeah, because I think that in the age of AI, purely being a service economy is not going to do it for us. I think we have to bring back manufacturing. I will concede that the manufacturing jobs that will be brought back will be more of indirect labor, meaning that 80% of the manufacturing jobs, or 80% of the new manufacturing that comes, will probably be robots, right? Just because that is now a thing. Well, 20% of the manufacturing plant will be the indirect laborers or the humans that will oversee, the machinery, etc. That's just how we are in this day and age with technology, AI, and robotics. I guess my argument is that um, if we don't create a market, or if we don't have a plan to open up other markets so that we can buy and sell to other markets, so that more of U.S. goods can be sold and penetrate other markets and have an increasing market share in other economies, then we're um, in essence pewing ourselves in the foot, because we are going to grow further and further behind, because AI can already do a lot of what our service economy does, right? It can provide you consulting services, for example. It could provide you with all the data points you need, whether it's financial or medical.
Okay, but here's what we know, right? We know that corporations, when given tax breaks, we know when the wealthy, when they're given tax breaks, they don't reinvest that money into the workers and into the economy. They hoard it, right? So why would we give them more money to just invest more into AI? Doesn't that sound counterproductive? Because AI, while it may be a larger upfront cost over a period of time, is less expensive than workers, because then they need less coverage for workers' compensation. They need less cost sharing for employee health programs. They need less for wages. So that sounds a little counterproductive, doesn't it?
No, I understand your point. But regardless of administration, a Kamala or Trump administration, AI will be cheaper, right? Will be a cheaper means of labor.
So you're advocating then for the wealthy to get tax cuts, and AI is still going to be cheaper labor. So how do those two things work?
What I'm advocating for, I would have preferred more tax credits than tax cuts, to level with you. But still, I think his economic policy was more favorable to me. What I'm advocating for is to attract more wealthy businesses, investments, individuals, corporations, partnerships into the U.S. Because what they tend to bring, apart from their dollars, is jobs as well, plants and other opportunities. And we can get to a system where we increase our tax pool by reducing our tax rate. So you can get to a system where, let's just say, if tax rates, for example, were 10% and then was reduced to 8%. Well, that 8% tax, that 2% reduction can be made up in 5-10 years. So if you increase the tax pool, if you attract more people, and that way you accomplish two things. One, you alleviate the tax burden. Two, you create more jobs. Three, you increase the tax pool, which is going to support social programs.
How are you increasing the tax pool if you're taking in less taxes?
Because you're attracting more people to the country. So, for example, let's just say if
but again, I'm going to say this to you again. We know that the wealthy, we know that the corporations don't invest that money back. So if they come to this country because they have tax breaks, but keep their money elsewhere, operate elsewhere, do things with their money elsewhere, how is that helping? Because we already know that that's what they do. So how is that helping?
Well, there's individual or corporate. Like, are you just
Both.
referring to individual?
It's both. It's both.
Okay, so,
that applies to
alright,
both.
Then let's go with the both. So if corporations, they bring jobs, right? So in a corporation, there's jobs. So now you're supporting more jobs for.
But we're seeing corporations leave. We're seeing them move their manufacturing elsewhere. We're not seeing a return. We're not seeing an increase. We're seeing a loss in jobs. So make it make sense.
Well, I agree that you are seeing some jobs move elsewhere, but you've been seeing that throughout the past several decades, right?
But that's your argument.
No, that's not my argument. What I'm saying.
Your argument is that it would bring jobs, that it would increase jobs, but we're seeing the exact opposite happen.
I disagree. I disagree because there's numerous articles I can cite that talk about jobs coming back and investment coming back, especially in around AI. So I mean that's why one of the biggest issues is how are we going to have enough water to cool down the AI plants?
So
there's going to be a lot of energy involved.
So yeah, there's a lot of environmental impacts of AI, but those articles that you're going to reference, are they op-eds or are they like something?
No, they're actual.
Because the National Labor Board's the National Labor Board statistics say that we're losing jobs.
Yes, we are losing jobs because of AI.
So
right.
Not every job can be done by AI.
No, understood. But if you were to dig down, drill down into those numbers, I'm not sure if the latest report has the breakout, and you were to compare like blue collar versus white collar.
So how does increasing the cost of H-1B visas help? If we're bringing workers, if we're bringing jobs, how does that help?
I'm gonna drop because I gotta get prepped for this job.
Okay, see you later. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Call me later to tell me the funny story, by the way.
Okay.
All right. Sorry. I'm here. So I think the thought in that, and I'm not well versed in that, but I think the thought I would imagine is you want to attract more affluent, workers. I think that's the thought. That I don't really that's not a. I guess that's not a position that sways me one way or the other. If respectfully, I'm not saying it's not important. I'm just saying that that's not a reason an issue I put my vote on.
I have another question from a viewer, and they said, ask him how people in Georgia are supposed to afford our electric bill during building 4 AI centers here and the huge increase, because we also know that subsidies to these power companies were cut, which would cover their infrastructure and expansion and potentially the cost of all of those things. Well, not potentially, it is the cost of those things, and that's now being passed on to the consumer. So how would building more AI centers in the state of Georgia help?
Well, I mean, I would agree that when you build more AI centers, you have to build. Should be a regulation that says that with the AI center, they have to fund their own, energy, or because you can't just keep pulling from the grid because it's going to be at the expense of the residents that live there.
But the one big beautiful bill made it worse because the subsidies that they did have that were going towards clean energy were cut, and they used those subsidies for other things as well.
I think there's two things going on like at the same time, right? So one, we want to attract AI to our economy as quickly as possible because that gives us a competitive advantage, and that allows us to or because right now we have a lot of operational inefficiencies in a lot of our businesses and even in government as well.
But you're talking out of both sides of your neck, and even with that, like Hyundai wanted to bring, what was it, like 7,000 jobs here, and because of xenophobia, they pulled the plans for it because of Trump's immigration policies and the ICE bullshit. So like everything that you're talking about is all counterproductive.
No, well, we're talking two things. We're talking about legislation versus AI, right? So the technology is going to disrupt markets no matter who's in president, who's the president, unless Kamala were to
So are
say,
you
"You know what?
advocating for AI or against it?
I'm advocating for AI, but there
Why?
needs to be some restrictions.
What AI takes jobs. So what you're talking about us having an increase in jobs, but then you're advocating for AI, which takes away jobs. Like what again, you're talking out of both sides of your neck. So what are we saying here?
I mean, I beg to differ on that. And here's why. There's a reason why a lot of us use like ChatGPT, for example, for information because it helps get us from point A to B quicker. Now, I work in a job that I'm a CPA now, but I'm also an AI.
You're giving me like 10 words and you can say it in 5. Like let's get to the point. So why? I don't know. Yeah, but I don't really want to. I have ADHD. You're gonna lose me in about 10 seconds. Like let's get where we gotta go.
So you asked, why am I for AI, right?
Correct.
So in my company, we're able to employ AI, increase our return, and employ more. That's what we're doing.
So how many people have you got? How many jobs have you guys added to the job market?
My company?
Yeah.
So I want to say net 30, just my company. But I mean, that's.
They added 30 jobs doing what? Are they jobs that are integrated with AI or no?
A little bit both. So integrated with AI, some in marketing. We're using AI to just increase our return on investment by increasing efficiencies. So we're able to output more because of AI, and that way we can support the addition of more workers because we have more revenue.
The chat is very upset with you. They say that you're lying.
No. Now we did have cuts, but then with those cuts.
Oh, okay. So how many jobs were cut?
So I think we cut about 20, but then we hired more workers than we cut. So afterward. So there's a shift.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because the types of jobs matter. So for example,
we don't
need a concierge service like anymore. Like we don't need like people mailing out tax returns, for example, because we could do it electronically. So now instead of having a concierge service, we can have someone that focuses more on electronic delivery. So that changes with technology.
But that's not AI. Somebody sending emails and sending stuff electronically is not AI.
I'm giving you an
Okay, so what AI? Okay, so how did AI replace jobs in here? Give me a specific example.
Yeah, so we have agentic workflow models with AI. So it's basically autonomous AI that processes itself. So we have an AI model that serves as like a chat box that's able to, kind of like a service desk. Like if you have like a question, what is your question? And hi, I have an inquiry in this tax area. They're like, okay, so what industry are you in, etc.
So you use AI for frequently asked questions, and what happens when AI can't answer the question? It has to still be funneled to an individual, right?
Yes, always. You always want to have an individual.
Y'all are just wasting money on AI instead of employing people to answer those questions that ultimately would be funneled to people anyway.
No, because instead of having 9 people, you can have one for that particular function, right? And you can.
No, you can't.
Why do you say that?
Because if those are ultimately funneled to live people anyway, why you have one person versus 9? That's just asking one person to do the job of 9 people, which is exploiting the worker.
No, because you reduce the volume of work, right? So their hours don't. The one person does not change. So you're not.
You know what you could do? You could hire a web developer who makes your website easier to navigate, and people can access the frequently asked questions.
The web developer can still utilize AI. right?
Sure, but you don't have to eliminate jobs in order to do it. You're asking one person to do the job of multiple people, which I can guarantee you is not for more pay.
No, it
So
is.
you're advocating for people to make less money, to have less access to jobs.
It is for more pay because if you utilize AI, you can output more, you can generate more revenue, and thus you merit more pay.
My
Explain to
question
me.
in the-
Go ahead, Femi. Go ahead.
My question in the chat was, what makes you think that these businesses are going to be incentivized to hire people back if they have an AI system to do the job? If they're already saving money by not having somebody do the job and having an AI system do it, why do you think they're going to waste the money to hire somebody else?
You're absolutely right. There's some businesses that won't. You're absolutely right on that. So, and that's an ethical dilemma. But that's the age like we live in. Sadly, right? This is a technology. Whenever there's an So I completely agree with you. This is becoming an issue.
And an ethical dilemma.
Yeah. So what I would say is that I think that we would probably need a form of UBI, universal basic income, to help as like an additional welfare or safety net because of the disruption that will occur.
You're advocating for communism, but you voted for Trump.
No, that's not what I'm advocating for.
Yeah.
That is exactly what you are advocating for.
No.
So you think the Republican Party would institute a socialist policy like UBI?
Yeah. I think what they would do is
You do.
No, absolutely, because
I have a question.
I just want to finish my reason.
Well, we're gonna Tech has been waiting pretty patiently. Tech, what's going on?
It's your host. It's your life.
Hey, I want to ask this individual. I want to know. I'm retired from FPL. I was an engineer. I want to know what he's talking about this AI. Because what about HVAC? What about plumbing? What about electrical workers? What about construction workers? You can go on and on. AI is not going to solve these issues. I have no clue. This guy's just delusional.
Right.
There's companies not coming to the U.S. Look what happened in Georgia. There was 450 immigrants illegally removed, and we've lost. Now we're going to lose 60,000 jobs due to that situation.
When we saw multiple, my friend just pointed this point out to me, that we saw multiple health insurance companies, which no, it's okay, Nikki, I got it. They previously were using people to make decisions about healthcare, and that is no longer the case. They're using up to 90% AI to make decisions about people's insurance, going against doctor recommendations. So not only are they causing harm by using AI to make these decisions and deny people care, but you're also causing the loss of jobs. And we did not see those jobs come back in other areas in that field. We didn't see the jobs come back.
Exactly.
So now you're causing harm to people because of they're being denied health care. They've lost jobs, and we're not seeing a return of jobs. And as I said previously, when corporations are given more money, they don't invest it back into the worker. They're not incentivized to invest it back into the worker. I cannot tell you not one single example of when that has worked on a large scale, because it just hasn't. We know that they hoard the money and they give it in the form of millions of dollars in bonuses to CEOs, the C-suite. Like United Healthcare, when they implemented the AI decision making, they gave their CEOs millions of dollars in fucking incentives and bonus pays and all this other shit, but they didn't hire more people. It didn't make any impact, a positive impact for the everyday worker. And the everyday worker, the middle class, the backbone of America, is the one who needs to be looked out for, not these corporations, and certainly not AI.
Yeah, because you are 100% correct, because the trickle down, number one, doesn't work. No employees will get a raise. They never have got a raise. The money has always been, you can take 2008 and look what happened. Nobody got no money back. There was no increases on minimum wage. It's atrocious that we still have a $7.25 minimum wage in this country. And nothing has lowered. You got Trump in here talking about lowering groceries, lowering gas. None of this has happened, but he has taken care of all these wannabe oligarchs in the United States. And then now now they want to eliminate SNAP. You got over 43 plus million people relying to feed their kids, but yet you have it's a total of $100 billion in SNAP benefits. I don't receive SNAP, but I see people that they're going to go this way. They're going to have a hard time getting through this, but yet we can go spend money on these gifts that are jets, or we can buy, you know, Christy Noma jet and fund, $200 million to ICE. But you got a guy talking AI, go down economics which is never ever, I agreed with you on that. It has never ever helped this country, especially in the working class. And if you don't think we don't need blue collar workers such as HVAC, electrical, plumbing, yeah, think about it. I guarantee if you need a plumber, a heart surgeon is not going to put his hands in that toilet. He's going to pay that plumber $50 an hour to fix his toilet. And
Amanda,
that's what's got to be.
Amanda, you're muted.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, we're not seeing an increase in jobs. We're seeing the exact opposite. So that goes against what you're saying. So what else? The topic of the live is that you don't care what you voted for, right? So when we talk about that, when we say that you don't care what you voted for, this is a prime example of that. You're voting in favor of something that you're saying is something that you like, AI, but you don't care about the negative benefits of or the negative impacts of it, because there aren't benefits to it. Again, we're seeing a loss in jobs. We're seeing no increase in jobs or additional jobs added to the market. Like that's harmful, and you don't care about that.
I wouldn't say I don't care about that. I would say that, and look, I can source everything that I've said. I would say things like this, if I may.
Sure.
See, my international companies bet big on America, a new wave of U.S. jobs. So, of course, there's losses of jobs that are going to occur with the AI. I mean, I'm not disputing that, and I want to keep as much jobs in the U.S. as possible. So then you talk about...
What was the name of that article? U.S. International companies bet big on what?
Bet big on America, a new wave of U.S. jobs, right?
Big, and where's the money going that they're betting?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna get into that, right? So a lot of it is AI focused, the energy centers and steel manufacturing. And here's the thing: I'm not disputing that there's been job losses. The jobs reports indicate that jobs have been lost. But what I'm saying is that with AI is fueling, and robotics, they're fueling a lot of this, because of the fact that a lot of these jobs are just not necessary with the technologies. So that's going to lead and pave the way to new jobs. And to answer the blue collar, here's an article on NBC. Blue collar jobs are gaining popularity as AI threatens office work. So, and to your point, the plumber, the steel worker, the farmer, etc. These types of jobs are hands-on, right? So AI is not going to be able to disrupt those industries as much, because that's a field for robotics.
But not everybody can do those jobs. Not everybody can do blue collar jobs. There are people who have to do office work, and office work needs to get done by people because of the error rate. Again, I'm going to bring up about healthcare. About 90% of these decisions going through AI to make decisions about people's healthcare, and they're being denied access to treatment options because of AI. Like, it's just harmful. It's just harmful.
Yeah. And
Nikki said in the chat that, wait, his company doesn't even hire here.
No, my company hires here. So I don't know what that's referred to. But they're saying that the financial service, or there are a lot of accounting firms that over the years have outsourced to India, and that is true. But in my field, in my space, we're tax technologists, so we automate tax return preparation, and we hire U.S. workers, and our thought process.
Hire in the U.S. How many? There's another.
No, we only hire from the U.S. in this particular field with tax technologists, because our goal is to, how can we reduce that labor, that differential in labor costs, because you can get a worker in Calcutta, India, or Bangalore, India, for 1/5 of the rate as a U.S. worker. So
what do you think is going to happen with them now making the cost of H-1B visas so high?
I mean, it's going to reduce probably the amount of people that come over here to incentivize the employment of more U.S. Based workers, and probably
No, it's just going to drive the jobs to AI, and the jobs aren't going to be recreated, because if they can use AI to do it.
So we just eliminate the Department of Education, but he's talking about, a worker coming here from the HB that's going to cost, what does it cost today? What was the price, Amanda, for the new HB? What does it cost? Is it $100,000?
It's $100,000.
Yeah, so it's $100,000, but yet we want to eliminate Department of Education, so people can't afford the education to get into these HB1 jobs. They're forced to pay this $100,000 to bring this education to America instead of making it for America.
I guess my question on that with the Department of Education, you're saying that it was that the word you use, abolished, or?
No, am I wrong about the current Department of Education? It was eliminated. Am I correct?
My understanding is that their operations were consolidated under a new branch. So I mean, we still have student loan servicing, for example. We still have kids with special needs that are being funded. So just because of the department as it was
limited, that is not correct. They have eliminated
the special education
of the government. They completely, they have basically abolished the Department of Education.
No, well,
and there's no more services for special education.
Absolutely.
I'm not disagreeing with the abolishing of the Department of Education. What I'm disagreeing is the operations that the Department of Education did. They don't
like what? What is it? What do they do? What do they do?
Yeah. So I mean.
So what does the Department of Education do that you disagree with?
Well, hold on a second. I mean,
No, I want to explore this. What does the Department of Education do, or did they do, that you disagreed with?
I'm not saying I disagreed with them, right? We're just talking about the operations.
You said it wasn't necessary. So what wasn't necessary?
No. I don't think that's not what I said.
Okay, so do you agree with them eliminating certain aspects of the Department of Education, including those that deal with special education?
No, I don't. But again, I think you missed what I'm saying. So it's, if someone eliminates my office job, but I could still do work remotely, did they eliminate me? No, because that operation still. I would Google if the U.S. Department of Education function still exists, and then you'll get your answer. And then
what function? What specific function?
I mean, it's
they're gutting it. They're gutting the Department of Education. They've eliminated special education programs. It's impacting. Yeah. Well, let's say hi to Rover. Rover's been here waiting for a hot minute. Rover, how are you today?
Oh, I'm good. Just working on some laundry.
Okay, what would you like to add to the conversation?
Well, the fact that AI is coming to the blue collar work.
Like what?
I do concrete foundational work, We use AI demographics to map out and do layouts for plumbing, electrical conduits, and all such. HVAC started using it to mapping and present programs to bids.
So AI is also negatively impacting blue collar industries.
I give that a yes and a no.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, go ahead.
It's a beneficiary because, unfortunately, in the last 5 years, actually in the last 8 years, you can't find anybody that actually wants to do their job properly, that actually half-asses it 90% of the time. So I've been relying more on AI than I have been people.
Hey, does AI finish the concrete?
Well, let's.
Oh no, that's my other crew.
Does AI put EI solder the copper pipes together?
Well, let's just focus on the jobs that he's using AI for. If those jobs were traditionally done by people and you've replaced them with AI, did you offer education or re-education to train those people into the ability level that you needed them to be at, or did you just replace them with AI?
We gave them multiple tools. We gave them opportunity for education, and they presented
In what way?
to seek it.
In what way?
Such as paying for schooling.
Okay, what is the incentive program look like for paying for schooling?
Over a 6 months course, which would allow them to get into the position and the knowledge they needed, and we would not require them to pay that back within a 7-year period.
So you wanted them to give you 7 years of work for 6 months worth of education. What is the cost of that program?
Oh, they could quit the next day if they wanted to.
Well, you just said they wouldn't require them to pay it back if they stayed for 7 years. So if they quit the next day, they'd have to pay it back, yes?
No, I didn't say I wouldn't require that. I said they wouldn't be required to make any payments on it within 7 years.
So what does that mean?
That means if they did the 6 months program, worked for me for 2 months, and then decided they didn't want to, well, pleasure working with you. Hope you find greatness.
So what is that 7 years stipulation? Lay it out for me. Because what it sounds like, I'm just going to explain to you what it sounds like. So I'm telling you that you're not being clear about it. What it sounds like is that you're saying that you're paying for a 6-month program. How much does that program cost?
Roughly about 15 to 20 grand per person.
Okay, so it's costing $20,000 for you to train this person. Does this job that you would train them to do positively impact your business? And if so, what is the return on investment on that $20,000?
Oh, I'm at a loss on that $20,000.
So there's no return on investment.
Well, there is a return on investment if they actually go for the courses, they actually do their job.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. In a perfect scenario, you put somebody through this program, it costs you $15,000 to $20,000. How much is a return on investment for you training this person to do that job? And what is the name of the course? What is the course that you needed them to take?
Hang on, let me grab my folder.
Okay.
I myself, I became an engineer. I had 2 journeymen, so he's talking both sides of his mouth. I have no clue of what he's talking about. I've worked in the industry for over 35 years, so.
Well, that's why I want to know what course it is. I want to look it up and see how much it costs.
On one question, Amanda, when he says you're good for 7 years, but you don't have to pay it back.
Well, we're getting to that. We're getting to that, Tech. We're getting to that. We're going through it step by step because I want to know what program this is. I want to look it up and I want to see how much this program costs.
Yeah, thank you.
I want to start at step 1. I mean, you could just tell me the job title. You could just tell me the job title that you're talking about that was replaced by AI, and we can look up what training program it is to satisfy the requirements for that job. Oh, fuck, I missed my meeting. Say that one more time. You sound really far away.
I was digging through my office. Graphical blueprint design.
$20,000? What?
You can find courses on graphic design programs like Udemy and Coursera. Didn't cost you 20 grand, my friend.
Not even close.
Mm-mm. Blueprint reading courses, Blueprint graphical design courses are all between, from what I see here, $558 and $1,300. All right, so
That's what I see.
So don't lie to me, friend, because you know I'm going to ask you so I can look stuff up, because I want to make sure that I am, in fact, Amanda informed. I want to make sure that I know the information so we can have an intelligent conversation about it. So on the high end, we'll say it costs $1,500, right? So now they've gone through this course, they can do this graphical blueprint design, and they can provide you with this service. What is this 7-year thing? So they go to the course, it costs you $1,500, which we'll just say is roughly a 2-week pay equivalency. If they're making a decent wage, we'll say that, well, $1,500 is really not that great, but we'll say it's equivalent to 2 weeks of pay. Now they've gone through this course, they've done all this, got all this information, they can do this job that you want them to do. What happens if they quit? And where does 7 years come into play? Because it sounds like to me, the reason why I'm asking you this information, it sounds like to me you've made an investment in this employee, which is reasonable. You know, the same thing with sign-on bonuses. You know, you sign on, we're giving you $10K, you got to stay with us for 2 years. If you don't stay with us, you got to quit. So what it sounds like is exactly that. You're going to pay for somebody to go to school, but if they don't stay with you for a period of 7 years, they're going to be financially responsible for this course.
It's a yes and a no. It's literally after 7 years, that's when we're going to actually start wanting to get paid back. If they decide to quit within that 7 years of taking the course, they don't have to worry about it. If they quit 6 months in after completing, if they quit 6 months in after completing the course, I'm not going to worry about it for another 6 years and 6 months.
So that sounds bass backwards. I want you to know that. That it really does. So you've invested in this employee. They invest their time in you. They provide you with a service that returns on your investment. They increase your profits by performing this task. And then after all of that time, after 7 years, after this employee has invested all of this, you say, great, now it's time for you to pay me back. So now what you've done is incentivize the high turnover rate. So why would you do that? That now you have to continue to invest in people for them to leave, and then you to continue to invest in people. You've just incentivized turnover. So you're not paying for it. You're giving somebody a 7-year loan, but they can leave beforehand and not have to pay back the loan. You just incentivize turnover. Why does that make sense to you?
No, it doesn't. I was just giving you some bullshit to give you a point to his AI thing.
Right. All right. Well.
Yeah, it's all bullshit.
Fuck off. Guys, I'm on.
Amanda, I looked up here too. You can get a full 4-year design degree between the cost of $10,000 with out-of-state tuition cost of being $31,000 for a 4-year degree, and he's talking $20,000 for a 6-month certificate.
Well, as soon as he said that, that's why I said, no, we got to go into the guys. Listen, sometimes I don't know all the information. Sometimes I don't get it right. I'm a human. To err is human. However, I'm not fucking stupid.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, and speaking on that same path, you know, it says that the average cost of his so-called his certificate averages between a few $100s for individual courses to maybe a couple $1,000. You can get that 4 years.
As soon as Coursera and Udemy came up, I'm like, bruh, this is not costing that much money.
You can also do LinkedIn Learning for $29.99 a month and get a bunch of AI. That's what I have for my employees.
So, Quick mod announcement. Make sure you guys are tapping the screen, sharing the live. We have some guests here on the panel. If you like what they're having to say, please make sure you gift the guests. We also do have, oh, actually we completed, it looks like we completed the live goal. So I appreciate you guys on that. If you guys want to support the platform, you can do that through Cash App and Venmo. If you don't want to share your doll hairs with TikTok, and my Cash App and Venmo are the exact same as my username, Amanda Informed. And that goes for you too, Tubies. I know I've been ignoring you. I'm going to come over there and address you in just a second. But you can send gifts on the tubes, and you can also send super chats. So I appreciate you guys when you help support the platform, because I have been here for 2 hours, 49 minutes, and 31 seconds listening to some crazy people say some crazy shit like our last friend. Let's see what the tubies have to say. Y'all can talk about some stuff, I guess. I don't know. So what are the other policies you voted for? Let's investigate some other things.
Well, I think those were the two cornerstones, right? AI and tax policy. It's pretty important.
So are you in that tax bracket that receives the best tax breaks? That over, what is it, over 400,000? You're in that tax bracket?
No, I'm not.
So what tax bracket are you in?
I'm in a decent one, but not.
I mean, you can look up the tax brackets and just tell us which one. You don't have to tell me how much money you make. I just want to see what your taxes are going to be prior to what your taxes were prior to the TCJA and what they are now.
Well, I mean, I already know that about myself, right? I'm an accountant, so.
Okay, so tell me, what was your tax rate prior to the TCJA and what is it now?
Well, I'm not sure why it's relevant to this conversation now.
Because if you voted for, because it is, why would you vote to increase your own taxes?
Well, I didn't vote to increase my own taxes.
If you're making less than $400,000, your taxes went up, friend.
No, that's incorrect.
How much does a CPA make? You don't want to tell me what tax bracket you're in, we can just look it up ourselves. The internet exists.
Well,
so you make between 92,000 and 122 and 120. Say that again?
That's inaccurate in terms of the taxes going up.
He doesn't make more than 400,000. That's a statement.
Right. So a senior CPA makes $152,000 on average. The average, just for a regular staff member, we're not talking entry level, we're talking about somebody who's like 3 to 5 years of experience. The average staff member with the title of CPA makes between $92,000 and $122,000. So we're going to look at tax rate. Let's see the tax brackets. Do you want me to continue to investigate this, or do you just want to concede?
I mean, look, you can investigate, but the claim you made a claim that taxes went up, and that's incorrect.
So your taxes stayed exactly the same from prior to the TCJA, which is pretty much copy paste what the One Big Beautiful Bill passed. It extended that. You paid the same in taxes prior to the TCJA and the One Big Beautiful Bill than you pay today after the passage of that legislation.
Well, the TCJA was set to expire, so everyone's taxes were going to...
Jodio, what did I just say? They extended it. When they did the One Big Beautiful Bill, they kept the tax cuts for the wealthy in place. My point, what we're trying to investigate here is, are you paying a larger portion of your income than people who are wealthy? And why would you vote for that if you did?
No, I'm paying less in taxes.
So what was your tax rate? What was your tax rate before Donald Trump's tax policy? And what is your tax rate after Donald Trump's policy? You don't have to tell me how much you make. You can just tell me your tax rate. And I have the thing right here, and we can look at it.
No,
to see if you're lying.
No, well, but then we're not operating in good faith, right? If you're already assuming that
No, if you're being disingenuous, you're not operating in good faith. If you were operating in good faith, you would have just answered the fucking question. Because the answer to the fucking question is you're lying to my face because you think I'm a fucking idiot and I'm not. Like the internet doesn't exist and I can't just fucking look it up because you voted for bullshit. it is not that hard to just say, I fall in this tax bracket. I pay 37%. I pay 28%. I pay whatever. Because then I can say, okay, you pay that. So you make somewhere between here and somewhere between there. Now I'm going to go look at prior to the TCJA and see what that tax bracket paid and what it looks at today. And it's going to say that you pay more fucking taxes, you fucking...
The Trust Me Bro source was crazy.
Like, I'm not on the internet right now. Like, I'm not going to look it up. Listen, my life motto, it doesn't matter what it is. If we're doing debates, if we're whatever, trust but verify. I'm not going to trust me, bro. I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to trust that you're giving me accurate information, but I'm also going to look it up for myself. Like, I'm not going to play with you. Like, you play with your mama, not me. What the fuck?
I always tell people, even when I'm giving them sources, I'm like, don't believe me. Take it with a grain of salt. Look it up yourself. I want you to.
Yeah.
What's going on, liberals? How are we doing today?
There's no liberals here, friend. No, I'm not a liberal.
Well, you can kid yourself all you want, but you support transgenderism.
It's not an ism.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it is.
Tech, I'm gonna drop you back down. Thank you for being here, friend.
Okay, thank you for everything, Amanda.
I'll see you later.
Okay, have a good day.
You too, honey. What did you vote for?
Oh, I voted against the radical ideologies that the leftists try to put into my children. That's what I voted for.
Oh my god.
Yep. Can't argue that, can you?
I don't argue with people who don't have fucking higher than a 5th grade reading level. I don't argue with people, period. Fucking idiot.
It's that collective brain cell. He didn't have it today.
Like, you think I'm gonna be baited into arguing about the existence of human beings with you? Fuck all the way off. Because if you really want to argue about the existence of human beings, let's argue about how white men are fucking useless. Because statistically, we can look at that they're less educated than black women. They cause more workplace fucking violence. They cause more sexual harassment than any other demographic in the workplace. They cause the most violent crime per capita. They fucking cause the most rapes. Like, if we really want to argue about people's existence, you tell me why white men should exist in our society. Tell me.
I'm sorry, I read your background. I don't think I read anywhere where we were doing gender politics.
Fucking idiots. I have to leave the live from my phone and go back in because I added myself as a mod because it's fucking lagging.
Yeah, you've
No,
been
it's
flickering. I don't know if you've seen that. Like, the whole time I've had to look away a few times. Your screen is flickering.
yeah, it's because of the high CPU usage. If you're a mod, can you let up whoever's in the guest requests if they're an op? Baron is a friendly. Because there should be 2 other people in there. I don't know why. I can't let anybody up. Do I even have any mods in here right now?
It's been doing that for mods as well. You might. I've been having a hard time letting people up in other lives.
All right, let me see if I swipe out of the app completely and then go back in. I can't help myself. Help me. Help me, please. Ayúdame. Nah, I can't.
If you want to mod me for a second, then you can unmod me. I can see if I can bring him up.
I wish I could see you and gonna let me do that. Aw, Michael says I'm better than Dean and Parker. Thank you. That's so sweet of you.
I agree.
Right, Aria. Yeah, it's not even letting me mod you. It's not.
Yeah, then
It's TikTok. Mm-hmm. So does anybody have anything to say about that? What I said? If we want to argue about the existence of people, you want to tell me why white men deserve to exist in our society when they're the fucking whole ass problem? Bueller? No, I didn't think so. You just want to harm marginalized communities. You want to harm people who are minding their own motherfucking business versus the people who actually cause the fucking problems. Olay, what's going on?
Oh, Whitey.
It says Olay.
No, O-L-E is O, Whitey.
Yo puedo... No, yo puedo leer. Dice Olay.
No, you see...
Olay, 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 Olay. If you were writing ol, like old, it's O-L apostrophe. Just so you know.
You ever heard of Old Yeller? You ever like Old Yeller and all these other stories?
Anyway, who gives a shit? So what did you want to add to the conversation?
I wanted to tell you that without the white man, where would you be? You would be like in a cave, riding a camel, or
So you think colonizers were the cause of civilization?
Let me ask you this.
No. I asked you a question. You think white people?
What are you?
A human being.
You said white man. You ain't.
I'm not a man.
You said white man. You said white man.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, we got that. Okay, what are you?
A human being. A woman.
Mediterranean?
No.
Are you Mediterranean?
I'm American. I'm American.
Got it yet?
Hold on. It's skipping. Give me a second.
Not answering you.
Hold on.
It's very important for you. You see, American.
Your connection, Whitey, is shitty. Hold on, Royce. All right, say that again. Now, Whitey, what is your argumentation here? What is the issue?
Okay, white men like myself allow you.
You didn't allow me to do shit. You didn't allow me to do anything. What you did do is increase my likelihood of being raped. What you did do is take away my access to essential health care. What you did do is cause harm and violence to marginalized communities. You didn't do shit to allow me to do anything. All you've done is take away things from people who look like me.
No.
Okay, so tell me one thing that you did that's beneficial to women. No. No. Prove that. Give me a statistic that says minority communities. Prove that to me, Whitey. Give me a statistic and tell me the source of said statistic that says that white men are protecting people from minorities. You tell me that.
Listen to your freedom right now. You're free to say.
Are you?
If you.
Yeah, he is.
But if controlled by Muslims, would you be executed Muslim right now? If you were in a Muslim country, would you not be punished for what you're doing now?
Sir. No, I wouldn't. Number one. Number two, go to the store, go get some KY for your sister's dry ass pussy so you can fuck with her and not me. Okay? Because I don't care what you have to say. You're not going to come up here and say some motherfucking nonsense and not try to have an intelligent conversation. Like, play with your mama, not me. I've said that multiple times today. So again, take your ass to the store, go get some KY for your sister's dry ass pussy and fuck with her and not me. Royce. How's it going, Royce?
I'm doing all right. Just listening to you cook some of these Trumpers, man. This shit is hilarious. Oof.
That's crazy town, man.
Yeah, man. I was trying to get up when you guys were talking to those last few people about those that AI and how that's fucking up our workforce and everything like that. But
you're free to add your thoughts to it. Go ahead.
Real quick. Well, it's like you notice how a lot of these like manufacturing jobs and these new high tech jobs and stuff like that with these factories that's going to be getting built in America and everything like that. There's something called dark factories where there's no people working in them. So, like when we're talking about AI replacing our workforce, that's something that only rich people can benefit from.
Right.
It almost gets rid of a class of workers.
Right.
If we get to end stage AI, you know what I mean? And listen to the one guy sit there and just advocate for it. Like one of the questions I wanted to ask him, man, do you care about the jobs reports? Do you care about unemployment?
That's what I kept saying to him. Like, we see that we're losing jobs. We see this. We have the information. Bro, old boy went so far as to fire the woman who was in charge of reporting those statistics because he didn't like that it made him look bad.
Right. For the jobs report, and then hired somebody else that even gave him a worse job report. Like, you can't win for losing with these bastards. Oh, man. Yeah.
It's Crazy Town. Crazy Town, USA, man.
Man, shit. This is what we got, though. We got to do something about this, man. These midterms are coming, and we need to make sure more MAGAs don't get into our government.
A lot of the races are looking good for the Democratic candidates.
Oh, that's a good thing, I guess.
Yeah,
but
it is.
It feels like it kind of feels hopeless out here right now.
It's
like, what you got up on your forehead there. Trump supporters don't care what they voted for. I was in your YouTube gulag.
Isn't it wild over there? Oh, you called in yesterday. Yeah. All right. Now I'm making a connection with the name and the voice. All right, cool. It's Crazy Town over there, isn't it?
Oh my God, it's wild down there. Like I got into a pretty decent debate with someone down there. And,
sometimes they're cool. Most of the time they just like, your pussy stinks, and I'm like, the fuck.
Oh some of the shit that's going down there. Don't even look.
Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. Usually after the stream is over here, which I'm gonna do in a couple minutes here, I go over there and I fuck with the commenters over there because it makes for an interesting like ending of the stream when you rewatch it on YouTube, because this shit is wild. It's wild.
Yeah. But there was actually somebody down there with substance. I'm not gonna drop her name, but I was talking to her about like, hey, because she was talking all kinds of shit about Harris and how she couldn't form it. Like she started off with she couldn't.
Oh, that bullshit.
And she didn't have any of her own ideas. She was flip flopping, and then I started dropping what her actual policy stances were.
Mm-hmm.
And for a while, but well, who did you vote for? The person that did everything. Started dropping the shit he didn't do. Hey, did he was on day one and any of those fucking wars? Like drop the Epstein files.
Nothing.
Well, most say it. I'm like, so what the fuck did you vote for?
Right.
The immigration of motherfuckers violating human rights on a daily basis. What do you mean?
I'm gonna have to go back to that background. Trump supporters don't know what they've been. Yeah, guys, it's me. It's not Royce. It's me. It's because I was clicking around. I'm gonna put that background back up because when I tell you MAGA gets fucking mad about that, they're like, I know what I voted for, and I'm like, all right, what'd you vote for? And they're like, I voted for immigration.
So you voted for just straight human rights violations inside and out.
Yeah, they voted against our Constitution. They voted against the Constitution.
Like,
oh man.
Make a concerted effort to go into the booth and say fuck the Constitution today because that's what he did.
Whoop whoop, we love it! Yay! Dummies.
Yay, he's a fucking fascist. Yay, he don't give a fuck about nobody but rich billionaires. Yay.
That's right.
Like, what the fuck do you guys think? Dude's a fucking billionaire.
Right.
No.
Did you guys hear that since August, so from August till today, the national debt has increased by $1 trillion in 2 fucking months? $1 trillion? That is insane.
You can't mistakenly fuck up that hard. There had to be something that
I don't know. All right, I'm gonna end the stream over here. We're gonna raid Just Moni Duh. I'm putting their username in the chat. I'm gonna drop everybody. Thank you so much for being here, baby Femi. Royce, I'm gonna follow you back because I like you, and I don't follow people back very quickly. It takes me a long time to know people. So Femi, I'll see you later. Love you. Bye.
Peace.
I would love to have you come up and be a part of the panels whenever you feel so inclined. Don't leave just yet. Oh fuck. Comment in the chat, Royce, because I gotta drop you. It's not letting me follow you. Comment in the chat, and I'm gonna follow you back.
Everybody see it right there. Just Moni Duh. Please go raid Just Moni Duh. Tell him Amanda, or you can even say No Rads, is sending a raid to the chat. Royce, please comment, because I loved our conversation yesterday, and I really, really would like to follow you and have you come back and have fun here on the panel, or even call in. But when we call in, we won't be able to have any guests unless they're MAGA on the panel here on TikTok. But I'm waiting for you to comment before I end the live. So she's doing a restart right now. All right. Hang for a minute. I see you. I got you. I'm gonna follow you right now. Boom. You only got 19 followers? Nah, Royce, we're gonna get your follower game up if that's what you want to do. But come in here and hang out with me. I appreciate it. I'll let you know. You'll know when I'm on live, because if we're mutuals, you should get a notification. All right, Moni is doing a restart real quick. Let me see. I'll tell you when she's back on. Oh, she's not. All right. Well, I'm not gonna hold y'all up. Let's raid somebody else. Let's go raid Taisha. If you don't know who Taisha is, that's Mr. Thomas. I don't know her at. Is it Mama Tai? Y'all go raid somebody and tell them I sent you. How about that? I love you guys. Everybody be good. And if you can't be good, be gay and do crimes. I'm going to go over to YouTube and fuck with them if you guys want to hang out for a few minutes over on YouTube and fuck with the chat over there. Let's do it. I love y'all. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you next time. Next time is going to be 1 a.m.-ish. Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, I will be live from work in my car. We'll hang out. We'll see how many people tell me that I live in my car. Bye! All right, YouTube. What the fuck are y'all on over here? What the fuck are y'all on over here? Let me close this shit out so I could come pay attention to y'all. Our streaming quality will be much better now that TikTok isn't open. I know y'all, some of y'all were trying to call in, but I wasn't answering the phone because we had a full panel of people. Y'all can call in now if you want to be the next person to have a conversation, but you know. Y'all really chatting it up over here. Sebastian, thank you so much for the super chat. Hello to you. I appreciate you, Sebastian. You're amazing. I can't even read the chat. Y'all are going so fast. Jesus! Oh my God. I don't know if it's just trying to catch up or what the situation is, but I can't even address you. You guys are chatting so much. Yes, right. That shit is so wild. They're like, you live in your car? You live in your car? No, fuckers, I don't live in my car. How many times do I have to say, like, I'm on break at work. I'm in scrubs. Like, what are you talking about? Idiots. Idiots. Mike always has a lot of shit to say. Deltron is a cool person. What are you talking about? Why are you talking shit to my mod? Mike, Deltron can send you to timeout, and then you can't participate. And I am not your queen. Absolutely not. No, 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 no. All right, guys. Since y'all not saying much of anything over here except for fighting with poor Deltron, Deltron, just mute their stupid asses. You don't have to tolerate their bullshit. You don't have to tolerate their bullshit. Now is your chance to call in if you want to call in. I'll open up the phone line again since we don't have anybody on the panel from TikTok. So you got about 15 seconds before I go. Xena, I swear for all things I love and know, if you fart again, I'm putting you out in the backyard. I love you, mommy, but you stink. Please go to bed. Otherwise, you're going to go outside until you poop. Go. Go. I see you, Royce. So, anybody? Bueller? Bueller, here's your chance. You were calling when I wasn't paying attention because you knew. So you could be like, I called in and she didn't answer the phone. She's scared of me. She's scared of me. Every other scroll is me. The internet is telling you that you belong here. For one reason or another, you belong in this space. What? If your number starts in 216, why do you keep calling and hanging up? Hold on. Because my phone isn't on Do Not Disturb. I'm going to call you. Since you've called here 3 times, I'm going to call you. Yeah. Drew, thank you so much for the super chat. You came here from TikTok and you love watching. I love you being here, Drew. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello, friend. You keep calling and it does not go through. Oh, okay. No, we can talk over here if you want to. I just wanted to get off TikTok because it was glitching and being annoying as shit. So, our friend over there... What's that? Oh, our friend over there talking about AI. Like, I don't understand why people don't want to have serious conversations about this stuff. Like, this impacts everybody's everyday life, whether you're wealthy or whether you're poor. Like, there are impacts to everybody's everyday life. And to have these disingenuous fucking conversations, like the guy that said it, he was a CPA but couldn't say what tax percentage, like what his tax rate was. I don't know. But I mean, if you're not making more than 400,000, and I don't see him as a CPA making more than 400,000. All right, Deltron, I fixed your mod status. Try it again. Oh my god, you're looking at the gulag chat. This is like Xbox back in the early 2000s. Man, like I was trying to I was debating with someone in the comments, and like I'm looking at all this shit like these motherfuckers are wild. But hey, it's the fucking internet, so what are you gonna do, right? Listen, I used to stream, and like this was a long time ago. I used to stream and play like Assassin's Creed and shit, and the men would get so mad. Like when women play video games, they lose their fucking mind. Like I've even played like Call of Duty on Xbox, and they're like, "You're a woman," and they just get nasty. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're awful. Right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, as far as the AI goes, like I'm sitting here like, man, you guys are not like, it's like you're ignoring the danger. You're ignoring what can come of this. And like imagine an entire automobile factory, like let's say GMC, Ford, or whoever the hell, just have straight AI run their factories. They don't even have to pay for lights. Right, we're talking about the loss of tens of thousands of jobs across the country. Maybe hundreds of thousands, depending on how it picks up. I mean, because if a billionaire, you can say like, shit, I can cut payroll costs by 100%. Mm-hmm. You know, or 80%. Let's be realistic. About 80%, 70% of payroll gone, and all it is robots and AI, and all I got to do is just hire somebody to maintain the robot. Right. Come on, man. Like capitalism shows its ugly head again. Yep, exactly. And that's what I was trying to say to like point to a time in history where we've seen that the wealthy and the corporations getting tax cuts has been beneficial to people, because it doesn't happen. The way that we got out of the Great Depression was getting rid of those tariffs and increasing the tax rate on wealthy people, right? The same thing. Yeah. Yeah, I mean the same thing when Clinton was president. The reason why his ledgers were balanced, why we ended in the fucking black, which is like the only fucking time ever, is because the increase in taxes on the wealthy and the expansion of social programs. Tax rich. And you know what? What I can't understand is like how did Donald Trump get the working class to vote for him? He's a fucking billionaire. Like what part of that is like not elite? I think it's some kind of white people fetish. They like the taste of leather. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. It's the craziest part because it's like you're voting against your interests off the strength of what? It's hatred. Behind that Trump stands for is the racism. Yes. His whole platform was based on fear and hate. His whole running spiel. We have Nicole in the chat who is also practicing fear and hate. They said that they vote. What does this say? I lost your initial. So Nicole is saying, I'm talking about the reason the government is shut down, and then went on to say so-called gender transition procedures. Nicole, how does people transitioning impact your life? Tell me.
It's somebody that I can hate. That's how.
Mm.
It's a scapegoat.
Mm-hmm.
My problems are these trans folks, these southern border Mexican people. Like somebody to blame. Somebody to blame for your, you know, whatever you're going through in life. It has to be somebody's fault, and it's not the rich people that I voted for. It's
Right.
these dirty, I hate to say it out loud, these dirty immigrants and these fucking trans folks and the gay people and all these woke people. No.
Nicole said I have no idea what I'm talking about. Well, Nicole, what don't I know what I'm talking about? Prove me wrong. What don't I know? Like, teach me something if I don't know. Nothing to do said I got a leather sofa. You better not let JD Vance over your house.
That's hilarious. I was telling them to call up. Like there was like a couple other people that kept calling you a liar, and I'm like, man, go up, call up, shit, tell her.
Mm.
Tell her
Nobody's
you're a liar,
called. You're the only one who called. I love it. They think they're going to be disrespectful to me. Like, I hate to break this shit to you guys. Like that guy that I kicked, old Whitey, Ole. He got so mad when I called him Ole. If you guys think that I'm a nice person, right? But I also grew up with two brothers, and I had to learn how to defend myself. And at one point in our lives, my brothers got much bigger than I am. For context, I'm 5'6". My younger brother is 6'3". My older brother is 6'4". So at some point in my life, fists didn't work anymore. So in order to defend myself, my brothers are real tall. I had to find ways to hurt their fucking feelings. And how do you think I did that? I learned how to be a nasty bitch. So if you think you're going to come up here and say some shit to me and hurt my feelings, and I'm not going to hurt your fucking feelings, okay. All right. Wish you luck. Nicole doesn't have shit else to say now.
She was pretty vocal in the comments there, but I was trying to actually have a decent debate with her, and you know.
But she's not talking now because I called her out.
From what she told me earlier, like she don't mind getting called out, but I ain't give her the work like you just gave her.
Yeah, like I'm scrolling up and I can see all of her comments that she was for real, like yapping. And now that I'm like, okay, well, let's talk about it. Crickets. Kids almost never get transition surgery. You maggot don't know the difference between gender affirming care and surgery. Correct, Jonah. And that's why you're one of my mods. Love you, boo. All right, I'm gonna go. I've been on here for 3 hours and 21 minutes. I got shit to do. But I was having fun. So I'm going to go do the stuff I have to do. Royce, I'm going to hang up the call. I appreciate you. Definitely keep coming around. You're awesome. I like you.
All right, thank you for having me around. Appreciate it.
Of course. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, you too. Bye.
Thanks. Bye. On the phone line, because I'm going. Nicole didn't have shit else to say. Shocking. All right, guys. Amanda's like a dog chewing a stick. Again, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Call me a dog. Yes, because you didn't yap the whole time and talk shit to everyone as if you're so much smarter, yet you know nothing. Nicole, Nicole, I'm going to turn the phone line back on. I'm going to turn the phone line back on and you can call and we'll have a conversation. Do you want to do that? I'll give you 5 minutes for you to say whatever it is that you were saying before I end this live that I wasn't paying attention to you. Let me get the settings back. Thank you so much, Drew, for the Gamer Ghost gift. I appreciate you. I don't know why the browser settings are not allowing it to ring through. Outgoing calls, web, iOS devices. Let me. iOS device is off. We're going to delete it from my phone. Remove. I don't know why it's being stupid like that. All right. Settings, my devices, turn off web, turn on web. All right, Nicole, you could call. Nicole, when people are nice and they're respectful, if you've been listening to this stream at any point in time, we talked to I for like a half an hour before they got caught lying. So if you know how to conduct yourself like an adult, then I am going to treat you like an adult. If you don't know how to conduct yourself like an adult, I'm going to treat you the way that you're acting. I match energy, boo. And if you can't deal with that, then shut the fuck up. Exactly. You don't have shit to say. Like, you want to yap in the chat, but you don't want to have a conversation, and that's fine. That's fine. So, Deltron, next time you see Nicole, what is her fucking name? I gotta find her now. I think she got muted. Well, next time you see Nicole Column whatever in the chat, just fucking mute her ass. You want to have a conversation, let's have a conversation. You don't want to talk, then shut the fuck up. It's the same bullshit every time. Because we had a nice conversation with him, with I, until he lied to me. Don't lie to me. There's two things in this life that I hate. That's liars and thieves. I ain't gonna play with you. But I'm gonna go. I got a lot of shit to do. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Everybody take care of yourselves. Make sure you do something nice for yourself today. Even if it's just making sure you drink more water. Because taking care of your body is good for you. It's good for the mind. It's good for the body. It's good for the soul. Take care of yourself. Everybody.